support at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit benderdentalcare.com.
It's election season, and WRMN 1410 is your go-to source for up-to-the-minute coverage. From federal races to county board seats, local offices, and advisory questions, we're delivering the latest updates as results roll in. Need clarification on a candidate or a ballot measure? Call 847-931-1410 or text 505-926-1410. Our team will provide nonpartisan, factual insights on anyone or anything on the Kane County ballot. Stay with WRMN 1410, the talk of the town, for live reports, breaking news, and the information you need to stay ahead. Call 847-931-1410 or text 505-926-1410 because informed voters make the difference.
Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
America's Best Restaurants travels the country and features restaurants that you should visit each week. Recently, the cast and crew made their way to Renata's German Restaurant in Hanover Park. Renata serves old family recipes and delicious German-influenced food. Renata's also specializes in a wide variety of traditional German baked goods, too. So, if you've yet to visit Renata's, try America's Best Restaurants choice. Drop in soon for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Visit renatasgermanrestaurant.com.
Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a Monday. Welcome to November the 4th, Studio 14 in downtown Elgin, where it is time for the first shift. And I'm Marky B reporting for duty. The first shift starts every day with our Pledge of Allegiance and our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And a good Monday morning to you from WRMN and from the Fox River Valley Media Network.
Welcome to the first shift, right here on the Voice of the Valley, WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. Don't get that excited. I'm only introducing Marky B. Exactly. Featuring local news and sports, your Fox Valley forecast and local traffic twice an hour at 15 and 45 minutes past. Timely interviews, a radio shopping show preview, milestones and memories, and born on dates of the lates and greats. Elgin Trivia, and all of your phone calls, texts, and Facebook comments as part of the staff meeting. The First Shift is the most informative, entertaining, and interactive morning show in all of the Fox River Valley and beyond.
You liar!
Well, okay. At least it makes great background noise, whether you're at work, in the car, or at home.
Whatever.
Your host, Marky B, maintains an upbeat attitude every day despite the fact that he's saddled with an overall lack of talent, a delusioned ego, and false hope for a bright future.
Loser.
Yeah, he's pretty much a loser. But at least he tries. Welcome to Studio 14 in downtown Elgin for The First Shift on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Loser.
Welcome to a brand new day and a brand new week. Here we go again. Here we go into November. Here we go into the final, thank God, 48 hours before the election is kind of over. Kind of. Because then we'll be sorting everything out as far as the presidential results are for gosh knows how much longer after that. But it's going to be an exciting couple of days, I suppose, if you're into politics. And even if you are not, many feel like this is a very important decision that's being made right now at the very top and even at the local level. So a lot of election coverage is coming your way in the next 48 hours or so, right here on the Blowtorch, AM 1410, WRMN. Either I blanked out for a moment there, or the national anthem just stopped, and I had to restart it. I don't know how that happened. I was worried, but at least when I restarted it, it restarted. So, 6:13 Monday morning, or maybe I just died for a couple seconds. I'm not sure. Monday morning here at WRMN. It is raining, well, it has been off and on since about yesterday, about noon time or so. And we were promised this rainy trend for about 3 days so far. Mother Nature is living up to her promise. It hasn't been too terribly bad. I did check the pan in the camper this morning where I have my drip, and it was about half full, so guess it did rain some in the middle of the night and rain some yesterday, so gotta keep an eye on the pan for the next couple of days. Let's see. That's my dilemma. Let's see what this weather is stacking up to be for us as we start a brand new week. We have light rain around the area right now, 64 degrees. Winds are out of the south at 18 miles an hour, gusting to 25. And rain is likely throughout the morning hours and maybe early in the afternoon as well. Then a chance of showers and thunderstorms later, so I think just kind of off and on. It seems by trying to read through the lines here on this forecast that maybe we'll get a little bit of a reprieve this afternoon. 100% chance of rain, though, as you can tell. A very warm day, all things considered, as we hit about 69 degrees. The temperatures rose in the middle of the night, and therefore we're sitting at a pretty warm 64 degrees right now, here at 6:15 on this Monday morning. Chance of showers and thunderstorms again tonight. Tonight's rain could produce some heavy rainfall, and it might get windy again as well. As it says here, south winds are going to increase late tonight. 20 to 25 miles an hour. Winds could gust as high as 40. As tonight we hit a low of 63, so it's going to stay warm tonight. And heavy rainfall possible in the middle of the night tonight. Then for tomorrow, occasional showers and possibly a thunderstorm. And showers likely in the afternoon as well. There's an 80% chance of rain tomorrow. So off and on rain is about the best I can say for the next 30 hours or so. Maybe a little longer than that. And the heaviest rain could be tonight. Tomorrow's high still warm at 68 degrees. So 69 today, 68 tomorrow. Tomorrow night, a slight chance of a shower, mostly cloudy. Cold front comes through, drops us back to 41 degrees. And then we start to see the sunshine again. A couple more days of rain here, then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, looking sunny all 3 days. Wednesday's high 56, Thursday sunshine with a high of 58, and Friday sunshine with a high of 59. So all in all, not too terribly bad. It's 6:16. We needed some rain. And so now we're getting it. I hope you enjoyed your Saturday of dry temperatures and maybe got out and about. I spent a pretty good latter stage of Saturday afternoon out in the backyard. We worked some on Saturday this week. The team did. The WRMN team was out in Hampshire. Dean and Matt made it out there. And downtown Jose was a part of the team. He was working the camera. He was out in Hampshire with Dean and Matt on Saturday as we strengthen our bond with the good people of Hampshire, broadcasting live from their early holiday event, Holidays on State Street. I'll show you some pictures from that from Saturday. I didn't go out to Hampshire, but I was here in the studio producing a couple of shows. We had Mike Tooman's show, which is Chief Guard of the Republic. Mike's an interesting dude. And he wants to reach out to all of our local veteran service organizations, and we're going to help him do that, I think, and build up his show a little bit on Saturdays in the noon hour. During his show Saturday, I reached out to a couple of our veteran friends that head up the American Legion, of course, the Commander Mark Smith, and I touched base with Rose Martinez. I said, yeah, we got this veteran show Saturdays at noon now. Let's maybe call in sometime, help get the word out about the show. And the commander said he would post it on the American Legion Facebook page and social media. So that's one way of getting his show out there a bit. And then I was here in the 1 o'clock hour Saturday and produced the show for Jeff Michaels. Jeff doesn't come to the studio, but not right now anyway, he might once we flip the calendar into next year. But he's a political talk show host. Jeff is certainly leans to the right side. He makes no bones about that. So if you like if you are a Republican-minded person, a conservative-minded person, then you probably like Jeff's show. It's Saturdays at 1 o'clock. If you're not, you probably won't, honestly. But you can listen anyway. He does prepare well for it. He plays a lot of sound clips on the show. And that was on in the 1 o'clock hour on Saturday, and I produced that show as well. Jeff does a nice job. He zooms in from his house. I'm not even sure where his house is, but somewhere in the Chicagoland area. Got a nice studio look behind him that he put together for the show. So it's nice to have Jeff Michaels and some local voices on Saturday, after our Saturday morning sports coverage. 6:19. So that was part of my Saturdays. Share your experiences with me from the weekend if you want to. Today on the show, we're flying solo. No Larry Jones, as Larry is on his way down to Florida right now. He got started yesterday morning. I think he's making a stop in South Carolina on the way down, our friend Larry Jones. So, Mondays, I don't really have plans right now to add a guest, a co-host on Monday. It could happen, but I don't know, maybe the best thing on Monday would just be to come in and hang out together and show pictures from the weekend, talk about our weekend a little bit, catch up on the news, play some tunes, relax, and ease our way back into a brand new week. Monday Fun Day. We can call it a More Music Monday Fun Day. and we can take it easy and share some important information. First Shift 411. News stories, music, weekend thoughts, things that you noticed over the weekend. Send us pictures on our Image 360 information line, 505-926-1410. That's the number for the Image 360 information line, 505-926-1410. We're on YouTube this morning, as always, at WRMN Radio on YouTube. Subscribe to our page, be number 700. Can we tell the number 700 is going to be? We're at 697 subscribers as of the weekend. And if we could tell who number 700 would be, maybe we could give them a prize or something for being the 700th subscriber. I'm not sure if we could tell, though. 621 here at WRMN. We're at WRMN Radio on YouTube. As of Saturday, we were at 697 subscribers. All right, so we got that. We also have 847-931-1410 as a way of getting in touch with us and talking to me on the air today. That's 847-931-1410. And we have an early call as it is time for our daily feature called Derica Down Under. And let's see what's on Derica's mind this morning. Good day, Derica.
Hi, Marky B.
Good day to you.
Hello?
Yes. Hi, Derica. How are you?
Your sound's going off. I don't know what's happened.
Pardon me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Mark?
Yes, Derica.
Marky B?
Yes, Derica. Good day. Uh-oh.
Can't hear you.
Uh-oh. Oh, well. We're going to have to reconnect with Derica in a few. She's having phone issues from down under. 622 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. It's all right. It's Monday. It's Monday. We'll reconnect with Derica. I hope it's just a phone issue with Derica and not any other buttons that are not correctly set here. I don't know. We'll try to figure that out if it's Derica's phone or some other disconnect. I could hear her fine, though. You could too, right? 623 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. All right, so all of that coming up on the show. The WRMN Studio 14 Naked Eye Cam was activated this morning at 5:30. I was nice and right on time today. That's because we turned back the clock this weekend. And we got an extra hour, which means I woke up about an extra hour earlier than I would have wanted to, but that's okay because I was good and tired last night when it was bedtime, so I feel like I got some rest this weekend, so I feel all right. I hope you do too. All right, 624 here at WRMN. We're going to check the Dumb Daily Holidays coming up. We'll get into our first shift comments. There's Anna the Chairman, Director of Foreign Affairs. She's waving at me in the window, as spotted by the Studio 14 Naked Eye Cam. Gregarious Gina is here. And Friend of Brenda went by at about 6:14. She's over in the Hut if you need to go see her for a snack or some healthy cigarettes this morning. The Hut's over there by Eaton's Redwood Inn. Friend of Brenda, running some long shifts these days. 624 here at WRMN. All right, well, I did mention it's a More Music Monday here on this Monday Fun Day, and I have a lot of good music lined up on the show for today for you. We'll get into some news stories, my news stories, after we hit the local news break and sports coming up at 6:30. We don't want to talk much about sports, do we? What an awful game yesterday. What a terrible performance by the Bears yesterday. All across the board. Yes, I guess we do have to talk about that a little bit. I did not add up the Pick 6 winners yet. I got a lot of late emails over the weekend, so I have to do some printouts and tabulate all the Pick 6 totals. I'll work on that today and probably have an answer for you tomorrow morning on the show as to who's the winner of this week's Pick 6 contest. 625 here at WRMN. On this day in music history, where should we start today? Where should we start today? Let's see. I saw Neil Diamond's name on the list of things that occurred on this day in history. Let's see what Neil did. November 4th, 1977. The Last Waltz, the movie of the band's final concert, premiered in New York. The band. I don't have any band queued up right now, but I could later on this morning. The Martin Scorsese movie, The Last Waltz, featured Joni Mitchell, Dr. John, Neil Young, Van Morrison, Eric Clapton, and Neil Diamond. Ooh, I kind of feel like playing some Van Morrison today, too. It's kind of like a Van Morrison kind of Monday. And so let's ease our way into a Monday with a little Neil Diamond to start us off here today. He was a part of that movie, I guess, too, or at least his music was. It's Neil Diamond, taking us into some news at 6:30. Welcome to the first shift. Welcome to a Monday. Welcome to WRMN, Talk of the Town.
LA is fine, the sun shines most of the time, and the feeling is laid back. Palm trees grow and rents are low, but keep thinking about making my way back. Well, I'm New York City born and raised, but nowadays I'm lost between two shores. LA is fine, but it ain't home. New York's home, but it ain't mine no more. I am myself to no one there, and no one heard at all, not even the chair. I cried. I am, said I, and I am lost, and I can't even say why. Leaving me lonely still. Did you ever read about a frog who dreamed of being a king and then became one? Well, except for the names and a few other changes, if you talk about me, the story's the same one. Wow. But I got an emptiness deep inside that I've tried, but it won't let me go. And I'm not a man who likes to swear, but I never cared for the sound of being alone. I am myself to no one there, and no one heard at all, not even the chair. I cried. I am, said I, and I am lost, and I can't even say why. I am myself. I am, I cried.
Neil Diamond starts us off. News time, 6:30 on the first shift.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Curdan. Brought to you by Linzess. Kane County at the forefront of an October 9th meeting regarding juvenile justice management. Kane County's 16th Judicial Circuit, along with the Administrative Office of the Illinois Courts, hosting the state's first assembly of stakeholders involved in temporary juvenile detention facilities. Kane County leading the meeting that also was attended by Illinois State Supreme Court Chief Justice Mary Jane Thies. The Darberman Road Extension infrastructure project in Kane County is now complete after 15 15 years of planning and a year and a half of construction, the $26 million project has been completed. The Elgin Police Department touting their new Transparency Hub video series. The initiative includes a series of 5 instructional videos aimed at guiding residents through various features of the Transparency Hub. Starting with a comprehensive overview, subsequent videos will cover topics such as service calls, accessing traffic and crash data, and officer interactions, among others. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Everyday Cintas service reps help businesses get ready for the workday. They provide freshly laundered workwear delivered every week. Mats, mops, restroom and cleaning supplies. First aid and safety products to help your employees stay safe. They even test and inspect fire extinguishers and emergency lights. Cintas helps keep your business running smoothly. See what Cintas can do for you. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak high. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Illini football fell short Saturday. It was a 25-17 loss at home against the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Both teams are 6-3 with the result. Number 10, Notre Dame had the bye. They returned to action this week at home against Florida State. Southern Illinois got thumped 38-17, the final at Missouri State. In overtime, Northwestern got by Purdue 26-20. The Blackhawks doubled up the Ducks 4-2 on Sunday. Connor Bedard had 3 assists. Chicago returns home to face Detroit Wednesday. The Bears have dropped 2 in a row on Sunday. It was a 29-9 setback at Arizona. Chicago drops to 0-4 away from home. 4-4 on the season. Caleb Williams, 22 of 41 passing, 217 yards. He got sacked 6 times. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
If you're not planning to come into Macy's this week, you're missing out because our Friends and Family Sale is happening now. What does that mean? It means when you use your coupon or Macy's card, you can take an extra 30% off, just like Friends and Family can. That's 30% off the latest trends, 30% off new arrivals, 30% off the best brands. It's just this week. It's just what you've been waiting for, and it's only at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
The 90s called. They said the Gordita Supreme is so back in the new $7 Lux Cravings box from Taco Bell. It's all looking fresh to death with the pillowy 90s Gordita Supreme alongside the beefy 5-layer burrito, double stacked taco, chips with nacho cheese sauce, and medium drink. All for just $7. It's your wallet's favorite cheesy crunchy combo here for a limited time. Grab yours and relive the decades only at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Contact store for price and participation, which varies. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
I'm Nick Freeman, and here's what was happening 100 years ago today. Sneak thieves get $60 in loot. Sneak thieves, early Sunday morning, made off with $25 in small change and $35 worth of cigars, cigarettes, and other merchandise from the Schneider Bowling and Billiard Hall on DuPage Street. They also took a small box from the cigarette case containing about $10 in change. The thieves hid in the storeroom leading off the bowling alleys and were locked in by Harry Schneider, proprietor, when he left for his home at 11:40 o'clock. According to the police, the door was locked at 12 o'clock, indicating that the robbery took place sometime after that hour. The theft was discovered at 4 o'clock Sunday morning when the police officer on that beat, in discharging his duties, pushed on the door and nearly fell headlong into the place. It is believed that an attempt was made by the thieves to escape through the basement of the Sperling building before they resorted to the front door of the Schneider establishment.
Elgin 100 Years Ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 Years Ago at www.elginhistory.org.
Hi. 6:36 here at WRMN. Just sprinted down the hallway. I didn't want to go through this whole segment without my coffee. I left it in the kitchen. It is Monday morning. Hope you're feeling okay. I feel good. Thanks for asking. I got two people on the phone at 847-931-1410. Then we'll say hey to a couple of you. On YouTube this morning, see who's joined the party on YouTube. The Monday Fun Day experience, and then we'll also start to check some pictures this morning from our Image 360 information line from the weekend. If you have anything, took a picture of this weekend, you want to share, bring it on, 505-926-1410. Okay, so we had a little issue with Derica down under. She's staying patient, as she's apt to do. And we will see if it's a phone problem that Derica had or if it's a phone problem that we have. But I think the way of testing that is to check it with our other caller first. And that would be our friend Westside Freddie checking in on this Monday morning. Good morning, Westside.
Yeah, good morning, Foot.
Can you hear me all right, buddy?
Hello. Oh, snap.
Uh-oh. Westside Freddie cannot hear me.
Friend.
What's that, buddy? How about now? Can you hear me now? Check, check, check. Test, test, test. Check.
Hello.
So it may not be.
Yeah, I don't hear it, brother.
Okay.
I'll call back.
All right. All right, well.
End call.
Hit drop Westside Freddie. What could be wrong with our phone system? What could be wrong with our phone system? Well, we had a live broadcast over the weekend. Sometimes things get moved around. Oh, let me look. Let me look at one thing here. And let's see. All the knobs here on the board. Let's see what happens by pressing that button. Let's check in with Derica and see if we can hear her or she can hear me. Good morning, Derica.
Hi, Marky B. I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now? No, she cannot.
Hello?
She cannot hear me now.
Mark?
See? See, Derica, you can't hear me when I actually put you on the air. You can only hear me when I have you on hold. So you can hear me now. You know what? Let's try this. I just pressed another button, and this could be the magic button. Let's find out. Let's put you back on the air here. Hi, Derica. Can you hear me now?
Hi, Marky B.
Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Not again.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
What? Could you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay. How are you then?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Good.
Well, I turned this one knob over here to my left, and it seems to maybe have fixed the problem. So, can you still hear me?
That's good then.
Okay, maybe we're back on track.
Somebody bumped it.
Well, we had a lot of stuff.
Somebody bumped it up.
We had a lot of stuff going on in here this weekend, Derica. We had live broadcast on Saturday. We had some different things. So we had to use this board a little more than usual. So it's not surprising that one knob got changed. So hopefully it's fixed now.
I hope so, too. Maybe somebody bumped it by accident.
Yeah. So what's happening with you?
Well, it tried to storm here just a little while ago. There was some rumblings of thunder. There wasn't any rain, really. There was just rumblings of thunder, and then it stopped.
Huh.
And that happens sometimes here.
Yeah.
This time of year, when we have a storm, sometimes it does that. Sometimes the storm actually hits and it can last a little while, but sometimes it starts to and then it stops and then all fizzles out. And
right.
It's just like that here in Queensland.
Well, on YouTube, I'm putting up the WRMN Street Cam. I'm not sure if you're watching YouTube right now, but if you are, you could see that it's wet outside. We aren't showing a lot from our street cam right now, but you can see the street is wet. I didn't hear any rumbles of thunder in the middle of the night, but we did get some rain in the middle of the night. It started yesterday afternoon, kind of off and on yesterday, but it's supposed to be raining off and on for about another day or so. So this will be the most rain that we've had like in consecutive days here in a long time.
Yeah, I saw Matt and Dean when they were out at, where is it, Hampshire?
Hampshire, yeah. Were you listening?
I was watching them, yeah, and I saw them, and I even tried to ring them up, but they didn't answer.
No. Well, that's because, when you're broadcasting live, you can't, like, you try to actually call them when they were on?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they wouldn't see the phone out in Hampshire, and whoever was here, I guess, wasn't answering phone calls, whoever was running the board for them. So.
Well, g'day to everyone in Elgin and South Elgin and Hampshire and elsewhere that's listening to this radio station right now.
Yes. Well, thanks. Welcome to a brand new week, Derica. Thanks for being patient, and thanks for checking in this morning.
That's all right. And do you want me to read something from one of my books?
Pardon me?
Did you want me to read something from one of my books?
Well, how
I
long?
could read you something about Australian Aborigines.
How long is it going to be?
I could read a paragraph.
A paragraph?
Yeah.
Okay. Will it make any sense to us? Just a random paragraph in the middle of a book?
I'll read the first paragraph.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hang on. I'm just going to find the page. Hang on.
Is this page 1?
Hang on.
Find it yet?
It's in the folklore book. No, it's a small book.
Okay. You find it yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says Aboriginal myths and legends. It's about 40,000 years before the coming of the Europeans and 36,000 years before the ancient Egyptian civilization reached its peak. Our native people established their culture in Australia. They were a nomadic, hunting folk who had reached this continent from the Asian landmass, Gondwana. And in one of the prehistory's epic migrations, in time they populated every part of it. When they came, the land was rich in vegetation and wildlife, but over the millennia, the climate changed, turning grassland into desert. When the oceans rose, Australia became an island, and its inhabitants were marooned here.
Whoop-de-doo. Was that the end of the paragraph?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. There's a paragraph of Australian reading from you, from Derica, to you on this Monday morning. Is that the beginning of a new feature on the show, Derica?
Yeah, I can pick different things from the books and tell you about the Eureka Stockade and that happened in the 1800s. It was about the gold fields and the miners were having to pay taxes, and they didn't like that because the taxes were getting higher and higher, and it was making them live on less and less and less, and they didn't like it, so they protested.
Yeah.
And they had the guns and everything, and they were shooting at the police and everything, and back then, and it was bad. It was a mess, and there was everything. And there's Ned Kelly. I could tell you about Ned Kelly, and and just all different parts of Australian history. Even Expo 88, which happened in 1988.
All right. Well, great. Well, thanks for calling, Derica, and we'll go from here next time around.
All right then, and hello to everyone. Hello to Hector Soto and Nini Rose and everyone in that family. And happy birthday to Hector's niece and his sister.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. See ya.
Bye. All right, Derica checking in with us this morning from Down Under. That was today's edition of Derica Down Under. That was pretty exciting. It's 6:46 here at WRMN, AM 1410, WRMN Radio on YouTube. We're tubing, and I was able to figure out what knob was not allowing you to hear me, I guess, because Derica started to be able to hear me. So that has instigated a recall from Westside Freddy. It's time to kick it with Westside Freddy. Good morning, Fred.
Good morning, good brother. How you doing today?
Good, man. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you fine now.
Good.
After that literary reading, I'm a little confused.
Yeah, me too.
Did you follow the loss of Quincy Jones? That's like the big news, man.
Quincy Jones, 91 years old. That's a long life, buddy.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
80 Grammy nominations. Dude, that's mind-blowing, dude.
How many?
80.
80? Wow.
80 Grammy nominations. I think he won 26 or 36. I don't remember. But yeah, he had a lot of influence on me, so it's really good. I met him a few times. Can't say I really knew him, but
yeah.
So.
What else is new, Westside? Did you have a good weekend?
You know what? It was a long, painful weekend of football, man.
Yeah, that Bears game was just pitiful.
It's totally going backwards. You know, they get good early, and then they don't get any better. I think it's time to scrap that coaching staff. I think I've been saying that for a couple of years now. But
I'm a little bit concerned as Arizona ran the ball all down our throat yesterday, all day long, and it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder if, based on what happened last weekend against Washington, with a lot of coaching mistakes, if the Bears are starting to give up on Eberflus a little bit. And they're not,
I think so.
That's a bad thing when your players maybe stop playing so hard because they want to change.
Right.
I hope that's not taking place.
I hope not. You know, they have the guns. That's you know, I don't know, man. I think they might be. I think they give Green Bay a run. You know, but that's going to be it. I'm not even sure about New England next week, man.
Well, they better win. They have 3 home games coming up. New England's the first one. Then the schedule gets really tough after that.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a bloodbath, man. The rest of the season. I can't believe it's a half season already.
I know.
Oh, man.
I think now...
Do after January, my goodness.
I hate to get too high with the highs and too low with the lows, but after a 4-4 record after 8 games, we saw that the Bears have potential, but we kind of also see who the Bears are here, I think. And maybe with the last 2 weeks, they're going to struggle with the rookie quarterback. It seems like Caleb Williams, just like Justin Fields, so maybe it's the offensive line. It seems like he has to run around in the backfield a lot.
Right. I think Caleb's got a better perspective of what's going on in this, you know, in the backfield, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's like I said, they don't increase their play. You know, they don't get better week to week. Is what I'm trying to say. So
yeah.
But, I did like that Detroit game, though. That was wicked, man.
Well, they played in the rain, and it was a bad day for Green Bay. The Lions came to play and took it to them. Detroit's the best team in the NFC, I think.
My wife said, what are on their feet? They have like 3-inch spikes, dude.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I wasn't watching that closely because I was watching the Bears game, but...
Yeah, I was listening more to the Green Bay game after a while, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So, Hey, happy Monday, everybody, and it's going to be a long week, man. So,
well,
we'll talk later.
All right, buddy.
You were in the studio Saturday. I was right by. I walked right past.
You did?
Should have stopped by to see you. Yeah.
What time did you walk past? I didn't see you.
Yeah. Yesterday or Saturday, about 1:00.
Hmm.
Yeah, we came out of the library when we went over and ate at shawarmas.
You did? I can't believe I didn't see you if you were eating at 1:00 in the afternoon. I was sitting right here. That's weird. Okay.
I must be slimming down too much or something.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready for the Thanksgiving feast, man. That's my favorite meal of the year.
Yeah. All right, brother. Well, thanks for calling.
All right, my man. We'll talk later.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Peace with you.
Peace to you. Be blessed. Be blessed, says Westside Freddy. 6:51 here at WRMN. Okie dokie. Well, we are on YouTube. And by the way, Mrs. Bossman is in on YouTube this morning. And she checked in at 6:22 this morning. And she says, you now have 704 subscribers. So we've gained some. We were at 697 Saturday. Maybe some of the Hampshireans that were watching on YouTube on Saturday have subscribed to our page. If anybody from Hampshire, any of our new friends from Hampshire are listening this morning, say hey to us on YouTube. Say, I live in Hampshire and I'm listening, and my name is Brendan, or whatever your name might be. Tim Murray checks in. He also checked in the same minute that Mrs. Bossman checked in. Tim said, yep, you're over 700 now in the subscriber department. Hector said the same thing, 704. So there you go. We're on our way. It's 6:52 here at WRMN. Well, due to all that phone talk, we have fallen a little bit behind here in the content department. I haven't gotten to any news yet. So let's see. Let's just say goodbye, hello to a few people here, and we'll save the news for the next half hour. And I'll start with some news after the top of the hour news here at WRMN. Yes, I have crime times from the weekend. I have some high school football scores from the first week of the high school football playoffs to share with you. Some of the big dogs around here had big weekends on the high school football field on Friday night. Batavia, St. Charles North, Burlington Central. Is that our new team? Every time Burlington Central plays now, that we start to have a few listeners out that way, I get a text from the commander, Mark Smith. Burlington Central won their first playoff game in 10 years. Or they were in the playoffs for the first time in 10 years. And they won Friday night. So we'll go over some football scores next hour. Crime times, football scores, a little bit of election coverage, as we are now one day away from Election Day officially, and we plan to do extensive coverage tomorrow for you right here on WRMN throughout the day, throughout the evening. Sonar and Bendemoni and Boquist are going to be doing a lot of evening coverage for you tomorrow night, and Dino might be out and about, and Matt, and putting together the final plan to schedule some interviews throughout the day with some of our local politicians that are waiting to see if all the work they've put in is going to come to fruition after tomorrow. And then, of course, nationally, everybody's watching the Trump-Harris debacle, the battle. And it should be very interesting to see what happens in the United States of America this week. You know what I mean? Depending on if we figure out who the winner is in the next few days of the presidential election. 6:54 here at WRMN. We'll see if Americans can behave. We'll see if Americans can behave, or do we know better? We might know better than to expect behavior out of rowdy Americans. 6:55 here at WRMN. Good morning to the big boss man. He checks in at 6:04 this morning. Good morning, Marky B and First Shifters. Have a great day from the big boss man, who sends us about 25 prayers. He's off today, and he's here at the radio station hanging out with Gregarious Gina and Anna the Chairman. And now pulling up to the radio station is CK. Our first 20 prayers on the prayer scoreboard from the Big Boss Man. Dennis D. Not So Young, the Nightmare on Elm Street, checked in right after the Big Boss Man. It's a battle to be the king of Facebook, and the Big Boss Man won the battle today. Dennis D. Not So Young says, good morning, first shifters. Have a great day. Becky Blue Eyes checks in. We need her sunshine today, as we're not going to get any natural sunshine for the next couple of days. Becky Blue says, happy Monday, first shifters. Have a great day in spite of the rain. Plenty of extra sunshine from me to you, Becky Blue. Lots of rays of sunshine to send to our imaginary sunshine scoreboard. And Hector and the fam checking in early this morning. Good morning, Mark and the first shifters from Hector. Ninny Rose, Jeremiah, and Uncle Boom Boom in the house. Raising the roof on a Monday morning. Sending 3 prayers and 3 thumbs up. 6:56 here at WRMN on a Monday. Next hour, I'll show some pictures from the weekend. We'll go over some news stories, too. Maybe share a little first shift 411. You and me all the way until 10 o'clock this morning. I do have a couple of guests scheduled this week to join me. Well, we always have guests, but a couple of co-hosts are coming in this week to join me for an hour. I'm still working on tomorrow to see if that's going to happen or not, so I may not know until the last minute on tomorrow. But Wednesday, Elliot Serrano, our new sales guy, who's also very good on the radio, is going to join me for an hour from 8 until 9 on Wednesday morning. You'll learn about Elliot a little bit. And then Thursday, Mayor Mike from Hampshire is going to be here in studio with me in the 8 o'clock hour, so that'll be fun. We'll see if the mayor becomes a regular part of the show. On this day in music history, Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young were sued. And I can't tell you why, because my email is making me verify that this is me, and I'm running out of time, so verification will take too long. Let's just go into a Crosby, Stills, and Nash tune to finish out the hour with, as we hit the top of the hour, heading for 7 a.m. on a Monday. Crosby, Stills, Nash, Young, they want you to teach your children well. It's 6:58, Monday, WRMN. Good morning.
Who are on the road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well. Their father's help did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they picked, the one you...
Restaurant owners, are you struggling with grease trap issues or bulk grease removal? Look no further than Hopkins Grease Company. Serving the greater Chicago area since 1947, Hopkins Grease has been the go-to company for grease recycling and maintenance, offering a range of specialized services for restaurants, big or small. From used cooking oil collection to grease trap cleaning, their full fleet of vehicles and dedicated team of employees ensures fast, efficient service in areas like Elgin, Crystal Lake, Algonquin, and Schaumburg. And they're not just a business. They are part of your community. As a family-owned company, Hopkins Grease is big enough to meet your needs, but small enough to give you personalized, friendly service. And they proudly support America's First Responders through our partnership with America's First Responders Fest. So when you choose Hopkins Grease, you're choosing a company that gives back. Need service today? Call Hopkins Grease at 847-458-4040. We're ready to take your grease worries off your plate.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 7 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Credan. Brought to you by Linzess. Elgin community members encouraged to attend an important event addressing political violence and promoting peace and inclusion scheduled for tonight at the Center of Elgin from 5 to 7:30 p.m. Participants will engage in meaningful discussions about the causes of political violence and explore solutions through dialogue. On November 2nd, Elgin police officers were dispatched to the 800 block of May Street after reports of gunfire. The incident occurring around 12:42 a.m. stemming from a large party nearby. Fortunately, there were no reports of any injuries. Elgin police continuing to investigate. The Autism Hero Project and the Elgin Police Department working together regarding a documentary that's set to be shown November 16th at Judson University. The event aims to educate and inspire better communication and safety measures related to autistic people and their relationship with police. The post-screening Q&A will feature insights from key community leaders, including Elgin's police chief and the Kane County State's Attorney. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan.
Every day, Cintas service reps help businesses get ready for the workday. They provide freshly laundered workwear delivered every week. Mats, mops, restroom and cleaning supplies. First aid and safety products to help your employees stay safe. They even test and inspect fire extinguishers and emergency lights. Cintas helps keep your business running smoothly. See what Cintas can do for you. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, cause you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
For many years, Italian Pizza Kitchen in Roselle has been serving quality and excellence. Italian Pizza Kitchen is family-owned with experience in preparing authentic Italian cuisine with the freshest, highest quality ingredients since the 50s. Your food is always prepared fresh with the same traditions, recipes, and standards that they've perfected over the years. Italian Pizza Kitchen has a passion for great cuisine and customer service. Visit ItalianPizzaKitchen.com.
My fellow Kane Countyans, I am Anthony Catella, the Republican candidate for Circuit Clerk. This election is important for Kane County as well as our country. Independent, libertarian, and all voters can make a big difference by voting for the right candidate regardless of party. I am a good, decent, honest, patriotic American called to public service. I ask you to vote for me as your next Circuit Clerk of Courts for Kane County, Illinois. Thank you, God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
This is trouble. DiMercato near sideline to the 20 to 10. Touchdown, Arizona.
Cardinals radio 29-9, the win over the Bears on Sunday. Chicago drops to 0-4 away from home. 4-4 on the season. Caleb Williams, 22 of 41 passing, 217 yards. He got sacked 6 times for a loss of 65. All 9 of Chicago's points came from kicker Cairo Santos. He was 3 for 3 on field goals, his longest a 53-yarder. Williams hurt his left ankle late in the loss, but he appears to have avoided a serious injury. The Blackhawks doubled up the Ducks 4-2 on Sunday. Chicago improves to 5-7-1, 4-4-1 away from home. Connor Bedard had 3 assists. Chicago returns home to face Detroit Wednesday. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
If you're not planning to come into Macy's this week, you're missing out because our Friends and Family Sale is happening now. What does that mean? It means when you use your coupon or Macy's card, you can take an extra 30% off, just like Friends and Family can. That's 30% off the latest trends, 30% off new arrivals, 30% off the best brands. It's just this week. It's just what you've been waiting for, and it's only at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
The 90s called. They said the Gordita Supreme is so back in the new $7 Lux Cravings box from Taco Bell. It's all looking fresh to death with the pillowy 90s Gordita Supreme alongside the beefy 5-layer burrito, double stacked taco, chips with nacho cheese sauce, and medium drink. All for just $7. It's your wallet's favorite cheesy crunchy combo here for a limited time. Grab yours and relive the decades only at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last.
If you are 50 years and older, you are welcome to join Elgin State Bank's sponsored movie days at Elgin Marcus Theater. It will always be on the second Thursday of each month. Doors open at 8:30 a.m. At 9 a.m., you will hear a very brief message from Sherry Aschenbrenner about upcoming senior events, and movies will begin at approximately 9:30 a.m. Coffee and a donut is complimentary. You can always call the movie theater hotline number of 847-888-7976 to find out what movies are playing each month. The cost is $3 if you are a member of Elgin State Bank, meaning you have an account there, and $5 if you are a non-member. And for more senior information, catch Sherry's Senior Showcase on the third Tuesday of every month at 9:15 a.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Hey there, this is Marky B from The First Shift, inviting you to join Brian Anderson for his new radio show, Kane County Speaks, every Thursday from 9 until 10 a.m. during the final hour of my morning show. It's an election year, and Brian will discuss important local issues and interview local candidates from the perspective of Kane County Speaks. The show will feature open phone lines for your thoughts, comments, and questions, and the chat room will be open at WRMN Radio on YouTube. Kane County Speaks is citizen-driven and focused on making Kane County a better place to live and work with goals of freedom, security, and prosperity for all. To learn more about their grassroots organization, you can check them out at KaneCountySpeaks.com. Let's discuss the issues of Kane County so that you can get involved and make a difference too. It's Kane County Speaks every Thursday morning with Brian Anderson from 9 until 10 a.m. during the first shift right here on WRMN, AM 1410, and at WRMN Radio on YouTube.
My fellow Kane Countyans, I am Anthony Catella, the Republican candidate for Circuit Clerk. This election is important for Kane County as well as our country. Independent, libertarian, and all voters can make a big difference by voting for the right candidate regardless of party. I am a good, decent, honest, patriotic American called to public service. I ask you to vote for me as your next Circuit Clerk of Courts for Kane County, Illinois. Thank you, God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
Discover the authentic taste of Italy at Massiano's Pizza and Pastaria of Elgin. There is one inexhaustible aspect of everyday life that never dulls, namely the simple pleasure of eating and drinking. Massiano's wants to make sure that this is the best part of your day. Visit Massianos.com and sign up to view their special offers all year long. Delivery, carry out, or dine in, enjoy it anyway, because life is good at Massiano's.
Don't mind me, I'm just looking at some pictures. 7:08 here at WRMN. Monday, but it's a Monday fun day. Is that possible with it raining like this? Sure it is. Sure it is. I've come to work in a good mood today. Hope you're feeling good, and hope you are ready to take on a brand new week. The 4th of November, 11/4/2024. Day 309. Week 45, quarter 4. And we have a lot to get to in the next few hours. Me and you until 10 today. Larry Jones is traveling south somewhere. And I'm sure we'll hear from Larry before too long. Probably over Christmas time, he'll be back in the studio with me when he comes back to town for at least a day. This week, we're going to have some special co-hosts joining me. I'm working on one for tomorrow, but I don't have the answer yet. But tomorrow's election day, so I think we'll be all right one way or the other tomorrow. Also, Andrew Lorario from the Kane County GOP might be joining me on the show tomorrow morning at about 7:30 for a little bit. So tomorrow should be taken care of one way or the other. Wednesday morning, Elliot Serrano. What a name, huh? Wild Card Wednesdays with Elliot Serrano here on the first shift. Wild Card Wednesdays. What does that mean? I'm not sure. It means anything. It's up for grabs, right? So, Elliot's been on the afternoon show a couple times. And I heard him the first time he was on with Sonar and Ben in the afternoons and thought, man, he's really sharp and pretty good on the air. So let me give him a shot here on the first shift. So we'll talk to Elliot on Wednesday morning for a little while, get his thoughts. You can meet him a little bit. He's handling sales here for the radio station, so you may meet him. The commander met him Saturday night, apparently. Elliot made his way over to the American Legion. And he was at the meat raffle on Saturday night at the Elgin American Legion, Post 57. What else? Let's see. So thanks, Commander, for letting me know about that. You'll probably meet Elliot soon. He'll come to your store and try to recruit you as a partner of ours here at WRMN. As we continue to link closer with the Fox Valley all the time. That's Hampshire and Burlington and St. Charles and Geneva and Dundee's, the Dundees, Carpenter's Vegas, Gilbert's, Pingree Grove, Huntley, Bartlett, Streamwood, Hanover Park. The list goes on and on. It's 11 past 7 here at WRMN. All right, so let's see. And Thursday, by the way, I was mentioning my co-hosts that are going to join me this week. Mayor Mike from Hampshire is going to be on in the 8 o'clock hour with me on Thursday. And just because Mayor Mike's going to be on with me, that doesn't mean it's a Hampshire hour. He's just going to be on with me as a regular co-host. We'll talk about whatever I've got on the agenda. News, sports, we'll talk to you. Mike's just a regular guy. I saw Mike on Friday night when I decided to take a ride out to the country myself and venture on into the Red Ox for dinner on Friday night. And when I did, of all people, there's Mayor Mike. Had no idea he was going to be there with his family, his wife Jen, and his son Mikey. And if you're watching on YouTube right now at WRMN Radio on YouTube, I took a picture of Mikey. And there he is. Mikey might be watching right now, as this would be about breakfast time in the Reed family, I think. So there's Mikey, one of our youngest listeners, as we build a young listening audience base. Mikey is age 7, and there he is on YouTube at WRMN Radio on YouTube. I took a picture with Mikey too, but being vain like I am, I hated the way I look in the picture, so you get Mikey by himself. It's 7:13 here at WRMN. I also got this as we start to do a little show and tell here on the show. The commander sent me this, and this was the final score at Rocket Hill. What a cool name for a football field, huh? And we got to go to Burlington Central and try to beat them at Rocket Hill. It's the Battle of Rocket Hill. Burlington Central did not get beat. They thumped Grant on Friday night by a score of 42-14. And there's the box score, if you will, of that game. Is that what they call that, a box score? It was 7-0 Central after the first quarter. They built a 28-0 lead at halftime. They had it on cruise control, 42-7 after the third quarter, and they won 42-14. They called off the dogs in the fourth quarter. Burlington Central goes to the second round with an 8-2 record. I don't think they're going to be calling off any dogs this week, though, because they're going to have to bring everything they have. They have to run with what they brung and hope they brung enough, because their next opponent is Geneva, one of the top teams of the area. As we get further into the high school football playoffs, Burlington Central and Geneva coming up in round 2. I'll get to the rest of the scores when I get into my news here in just a couple of moments. Let's see. Some of my pictures from the weekend. Back to the Red Ox we go. Look at this. Walleye and fries. see the bread on the top there. I think it looks like I might have taken one bite of the bread. I'm not a big bread guy, although the bread was nice. It was nice and soft. Big long fries there, and the picture of a piece of walleye, which was very good. So that was from the Red Ox on Friday night. Then on Saturday, after I was at the radio station, I went home and worked in the backyard. I mowed the leaves and got some other leaves under control. Then I went into the shed. Ooh, the vaunted shed. And it looks like the haunted shed. Because look at this picture I'm about to show you on YouTube right now. It had gotten dark. And I built a little fire in the fire pit by the shed. And this looks like a haunted house or something, doesn't it? Look at this. Ooh, that's scary. Scary shed picture from Saturday night. Fire pit looks good, though. Looks like we could have a nice little haunted house in that shed, doesn't it? It's 7:16 here at WRMN. Went over to Moose Lodge for a little bit Saturday night. Played sports trivia with Country Carl. And a couple of others were on my team. And we won. And you're thinking, well, Mark's a sports guy. That's why they won sports trivia. That's why he went to sports trivia. Well, they may have been why I went to sports trivia, but that's not why we won sports trivia. They asked a bunch of stupid sports questions that I wouldn't know the answers to. Like questions about the Olympics and bobsledding and weird questions like that. I was looking for like football history, basketball, some baseball. So really it was my teammates that carried us through and won us the trivia game on Saturday night at the Moose. 7:17 here at WRMN, AM 1410, and WRMN Radio on YouTube. So I was at the Moose. Elliot was over at the meat raffle at the American Legion. What did you do this weekend? You can send in your pictures at 505-926-1410. Dino, of course, was in Hampshire on Saturday afternoon with Matt, and the weather was beautiful Saturday. It was a nice fall day. Here is a great picture, a couple of great pictures from Hampshire. Wow, Dino sent a bunch. So we'll share a couple now and then share a few more maybe next hour. As Show and Tell continues on YouTube this morning at WRMN Radio on YouTube. But this one's really a good picture of 4 superstars right there. There's Mayor Mike on the right-hand side. Mayor Mike looking good. Dino looking holiday-esque with his holiday-ish suit on. You got Matt. Matt's very photogenic and does a nice job on the camera. And then there's Sue from Newman's Corner. Sue Castle. I was going to say Sue from Newman's Castle, but it's Newman's Corner Pub. I have to sneeze, excuse me. Sorry, I sneezed like a girl. Yeah, so that's a good picture right there. Sue's on the left, and Matt, Dino, and Mayor Mike, all in front of the Vintage Hammer in Hampshire on a Saturday afternoon. What a beautiful day it was. 7:19 here at WRMN, AM 1410, and WRMN Radio on YouTube. And you'll get to meet Mayor Mike a little more on Thursday when he's on with me in the 8 o'clock hour. Let's see. Here's one more picture. This is, I believe, Jeannie Mayer, the head of the Hampshire Chamber of Commerce, as she's being interviewed by Matt. And so it's Matt and Jeannie Mayer in the camera shot there. Pictures from Hampshire, holidays on state this past weekend. 7:19 here at WRMN. I'll show more pictures in the next hour. Commander has sent another picture in. Let's see what he sent. The winner of the holiday raffle Saturday night from the American Legion. I'll show you that in a bit. And I'll show you this one now. It's Mikey from Hampshire watching himself on YouTube. Look at this. He is at the breakfast table. And if you're watching on YouTube right now, it's WRMN Radio on YouTube. Little Mikey Jr. II watching on his laptop as he sees a picture that I have shown on YouTube of him from about 5 minutes ago. That's funny. 7:20 here at WRMN, AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Monday, making it through a Monday. That's the way you do it, with some pictures from the weekend. All right, it is 7:20. We usually do first shift 411 in this time frame. Let's see if I have a little bit of that. A little bit of everything coming your way on this Monday morning. Why not? It's a Monday fun day here on the show. The election tomorrow, so you know polls are open again today and tomorrow, and they were busy and hustling and bustling again this weekend. Every time I went by the township building, Saturday and yesterday, the parking lot was full. So I would say this is going to be the highest voter turnout that we have had. Shoot, maybe ever. So that's a good thing. Let's see, a little first shift 411 for you. I'll add up the pick six later today. I should have a winner to announce to you in the morning. We also have a release from the Office of the Kane County State's Attorney, Jamie Mosser. State's Attorney's election compliant line. No, not compliant, complaint. The A and the I are the other way around. The State's Attorney's election complaint line is open for the general election. Kane County voters, it's almost a little late now, but Kane County voters who observe or experience voting problems or irregularities on election day should call, well, it's not too late, I guess. This says on election day. Should call the Kane County State's Attorney's Office or the Kane County Sheriff's Office. Here is a quote from Kane County State's Attorney Jamie Mosser. Free and fair elections are essential to our democracy, and every voter in Kane County has the right to cast their ballot with confidence in the integrity of our electoral system. It is the responsibility and privilege of my office to work with the law enforcement partners to ensure that voters can exercise their right to vote free of unlawful intimidation or impediment. I encourage anyone who finds their voting protection subject to undue interference or who witnesses possible illegal election activity to please contact the phone number below. The phone number below is 630-208-5328. That's 630-208-5328. Voters can contact the Kane County Sheriff also by calling 630-232-6840. 630-232-6840. I don't think Sheriff Haynes is going to answer the phone. Maybe I'm wrong. Prove me wrong. Let's see. Voters should not take this complaint line. They should know this complaint line is not for election questions, such as polling times and places. Voters in need of election information should call Kane County Clerk's election helpline at 630-232-5990. That's 630-232-5990. And I'll go over the locations again, probably for you here in just a little while. 7:24 here on WRMN on this Monday morning. I'm Marky B with you here at Studio 14 on a rainy day, but that's okay. I'm feeling pretty good. I hope you are. There's a shot of the street cam here at WRMN, not showing you a whole lot. CK's car is about halfway through the camera shot. You see a red car across the street, and you see some feet walking across the middle of Action Alley. 7:24, and you also see that the street was wet. 7:24 here at WRMN. Let's take a phone call. 847-931-1410 is the number to call all the time. 847-931-1410. And we check in with this caller. Good morning. Welcome to the first shift.
Good morning, Mark.
What's happening?
So, Mark, So, Mark, you mentioned voter integrity. This is going to be by the way, this is going to be my pre-election call.
Okay.
And, that's a great subject, voter integrity. Every state has their own system. Just by comparison from what I was used to back in Illinois and what they do here, it's a huge difference, okay? The process here is very legitimate, and integrity is their primary goal because it's a photo ID. And it's not only photo ID, but they actually ask you some questions to see if your voter ID corresponds to what you really, who you really are. So on the other side, that's a great announcement that you read off from the person from the election committee or whoever she was or whoever that person was, for urging people to identify any fraud that they happen to observe and so on and so forth, and they'll take action. But the system has to be set up right from the get-go to ensure that there is no voter fraud, and I don't see it by comparison. It was kind of a loose thing in Illinois without identification.
I agree. I don't understand why an ID is not required.
Well, the argument was always that it disenfranchised so many people that couldn't. I mean, this is ridiculous. Anybody can go to Secretary of State and get an ID, even if they don't have a driver's license. They can get a issued identification card. Right. I had one. I had both when I was there. So
how can you not have an ID? How can you go through life without having an ID that you could show someone?
Well. The best part of that statement is not only how do you go through life without an ID, how do you not know how to get an ID?
Right.
The whole premise is preposterous. So anyway, that's one issue. But the other thing I just wanted to mention is, and I don't know what my time slot is showing here, but
about a minute and a half.
Close.
Yeah.
Is this issue about people that are undecided? So I've been doing my own thing, looking on the internet. The internet is a great resource for doing research that you can do on your own. You don't have to go to a lecture. You don't have to go to a rally. You don't have to do any of this. You can do it right there. And you can see the difference in what I refer to as the political ideology of the two parties. And you can actually separate the issues, or I should say the policy statements on both sides, and just look at the core of this whole thing. One side is the premise of their policies is in the constitutional republic of which we live in, not the democracy that the other side keeps talking about. They keep talking about a threat to democracy. We are not a democracy. All people have to do is go and read on the internet the information that's available to everybody, and they will see the difference between the two parties. And then you look at the candidate and see the candidate's background. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
And so many people get hung up on all this soundbite stuff and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
This should be at the core of an individual's decision, and the advertising is still going on. So I guess I don't know what it is. It's for these people that are the undecided.
The undecided.
I think if anybody's undecided this close to the day of election, I hate to say this, but I don't think they should vote.
Probably right.
Because they're going to go in there, close their eyes. It's like throwing a dart against the wall with your eyes closed.
Yeah. Thanks, James. We got to roll. But
okay, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Talk to you.
Yeah, thanks for calling. James checking in. We got to hit the bottom of the hour news here. It is 7:30 on a Monday on WRMN. Good morning.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. The Elgin Police Department touting their new Transparency Hub video series. The initiative includes a series of 5 instructional videos aimed at guiding residents through various features of the Transparency Hub, starting with a comprehensive overview. Subsequent videos will cover topics such as service calls, accessing traffic and crash data, and officer interactions, among others. Kane County at the forefront of an October 9th meeting regarding juvenile justice management. Kane County's 16th Judicial Circuit, along with the Administrative Office of the Illinois Courts, hosting the state's first assembly of stakeholders involved in temporary juvenile detention facilities. Kane County leading the meeting that also was attended by Illinois State Supreme Court Chief Justice Mary Jane Thies. The Darberman Road Extension infrastructure project in Kane County is now complete after 15 years of planning and a year and a half of construction. The $26 million project has been completed. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Every day, Cintas service reps help businesses get ready for the workday. They provide freshly laundered workwear delivered every week. Mats, mops, restroom and cleaning supplies. First aid and safety products to help your employees stay safe. They even test and inspect fire extinguishers and emergency lights. Cintas helps keep your business running smoothly. See what Cintas can do for you. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Blackhawks doubled up the Ducks 4-2 on Sunday. Chicago improves to 5-7-1, 4-4-1 away from home. Connor Bedard had 3 assists. Isaac Phillips, Ryan Donato, and Seth Jones scored, while Toivo Tervainen got his first goal in 10 games. Chicago returns home to face Detroit Wednesday. The Bears have dropped 2 in a row on Sunday. It was a 29-9 setback at Arizona. Chicago drops to 0-4 away from home. 4-4 on the season. Caleb Williams, 22 of 41 passing, 217 yards. He got sacked 6 times for a loss of 65. All 9 of Chicago's points came from kicker Cairo Santos. He was 3 for 3 on field goals, his longest a 53-yarder. Williams hurt his left ankle late in the loss, but he appears to have avoided a serious injury. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
If you're not planning to come into Macy's this week, you're missing out because our Friends and Family Sale is happening now. What does that mean? It means when you use your coupon or Macy's card, you can take an extra 30% off, just like Friends and Family can. That's 30% off the latest trends, 30% off new arrivals, 30% off the best brands. It's just this week. It's just what you've been waiting for, and it's only at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
The 90s called. They said the Gordita Supreme is so back in the new $7 Lux Cravings box from Taco Bell. It's all looking fresh to death with the pillowy 90s Gordita Supreme alongside the beefy 5-layer burrito, double stacked taco, chips with nacho cheese sauce, and medium drink. All for just $7. It's your wallet's favorite cheesy crunchy combo here for a limited time. Grab yours and relive the decades only at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only. While supplies last. Contact store for price and participation, which varies. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
I'm Nick Freeman, and here's what was happening 100 years ago today. Sneak thieves get $60 in loot. Sneak thieves, early Sunday morning, made off with $25 in small change and $35 worth of cigars, cigarettes, and other merchandise from the Schneider Bowling and Billiard Hall on DuPage Street. They also took a small box from the cigarette case containing about $10 in change.
Wow.
The thieves hid in the storeroom leading off the bowling alleys and were locked in by Harry Schneider, proprietor when he left for his home at 11:40 o'clock. According to the police, the door was locked at 12 o'clock, indicating that the robbery took place sometime after that hour. The theft was discovered at 4 o'clock Sunday morning when the police officer on that beat, in discharging his duties, pushed on the door and nearly fell headlong into the place. It is believed that an attempt was made by the thieves to escape through the basement of the Sperling building before they resorted to the front door of the Schneider establishment.
Wow.
Elgin 100 Years Ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 Years Ago at www.elginhistory.org.
That was pretty dramatic, dude. That was awesome. 7:36 here at WRMN. Who was that guy? A new guy presenting us with Elgin 100 Years Ago. Is it going to be that dramatic every day? I hope so. They were talking about bowling. Yeah, it is just about bowling season. Although it still feels kind of like, well, it's kind of like a spring kind of day this morning. Temperatures in the 60s and wet outside. But we'll be back to seasonal type temperatures in a couple of days, I guess. We'll be in the 50s, but not too bad. It's 7:36 here at WRMN, AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Let's check that forecast for this upcoming week, which shows us currently, as I mentioned, sitting in the 60s this morning. We're at 63, light rain, winds out of the south at 14 miles an hour. Rain off and on throughout the day is the best way I can describe this. There goes Mark Cool Blue rolling by this morning saying, just hang loose, bro.
Cut me some slack, Jack.
Just hang loose, bro.
Cut me some slack, Jack. Jive ass dude don't got no brains in it.
Rain before 2, then a chance of rain after 2, which means it looks like maybe the best chance of rain happens in the next several hours. Then maybe we get a little break this afternoon, possibly, and a high of 69, an 80% chance of rain. Let's just call it off and on rain throughout the day, especially throughout this morning, it looks like. Then tonight, another bout of rain comes through. 100% chance. Tonight's rain could become heavy, could produce heavy rainfall in the middle of the night. And again, it's going to stay warm tonight with a low of 63 degrees. For tomorrow, still occasional showers and possibly a thunderstorm, an 80% chance. Tomorrow's high about 68. So back-to-back days of near 70 with the overnight low tonight about 63. Temperature not going to move a whole lot. All the way down to 41 tomorrow night with a slight chance of a shower still in the forecast. 41, a little bit more like bowling weather. Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high of 56. Thursday, sunny with a high of 58. Friday, sunny with a high of 59. So even once we get past this rain tomorrow, the temperatures are not going to be bad. And we'll have sunshine back in our forecast Wednesday through Friday. There is a chance of rain in the forecast again for this upcoming weekend. We're staying well above freezing, though. So if you haven't winterized your camper yet, hello, Marky B. You still have a little bit of time, as the weather is still hanging in there, pretty warm, all things considered during the day, and above freezing at night. 7:39 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. We are tubing, and we got to 704 subscribers, I guess, over the weekend. Maybe we got a few new subscribers from the Hamp. Or is it the Shire? As Jakes said on the show Friday, he called it the Shire. Is it the Hamp or the Shire? Good to have you whippers out there listening to the radio this morning. 740 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Let's hit a couple of listener comments, and then let's get to some news, shall we? No Nickname John checked in this morning with the bad joke of the day. Bad pun or bad joke, are you ready? He checked in at 6:07. Says, good morning, First Shifters. Today is National Candy Day. There was a fight in a candy store. Uh-oh. A fight in a candy store. Yes, I punched with both fists at the same time. Not sure that's going to work too well in a fight. Sorry, I was getting fired up. National Candy Store Day. A fight in a candy store. Turns out some sucker got licked. Yeah. Some sucker got licked.
Please be quiet.
This needs to stop now.
Shut up!
And No Nickname John says, hey, face it. You just snickered. Yes, I did. It is 7:41. That's a pretty good one. That's very good. In fact, I'm going to give that a 9. A rare 9 here on a Monday for No Nickname John. It is 7:41 here at WRMN, sitting in front of the radio station at this time.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
Northwest West and Northwest Wesley Jr. II.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
They've got Junior II on high security in the back seat. Can't see him. It's tinted windows. I can only see Northwest West in the front seat. You guys have a great day.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
Grassroots effort to build our listenership between ages 6 and 10 here on the show so that we have new listeners, you know, when the old ones move along. Fire Marshal John, he walked by the radio station. He's looking for ladies. He is looking for ladies in all the wrong places, because I believe they're at the coffee shop right now. The Fire Marshal walking by, who Larry Jones so aptly described, he does kind of look like Andy Reid. At least his face. Andy Reid, the Kansas City Chiefs head coach. Hey, Minnesota won last night, didn't they? It was 7-0 Indianapolis, like in the third quarter, wasn't it? I guess the Vikings rallied to win that game last night. I wasn't really into it. After the Bears game, I didn't feel like watching football anymore. Let's see. What was the final score of the Minnesota Vikings Indianapolis Colts game? 21-13 Vikings. This phone doesn't talk to me like my other phone used to. I'm going to have to fix that. I want my phone to talk to me. My phone's going to have to talk to you again because we're going to have to start doing timeout for Sherman here on the show again. The old feature where my phone would talk on the show. I like that feature. And now with a little more time, you know, for you and I to mess around without Larry Jones 3 days a week, we got to bring some of the features back, like timeout for Sherman. 7:43 here at WRMN. 847-931-1410. It is National Candy Day. It is also Broadcast Traffic Professionals Day. Got a picture of a radio here. Let's see. I could actually show this radio to you. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay, I can't. It is a picture of a radio, though, and according to the Traffic Directors Guild of America, Broadcast Traffic Professionals Day, which often goes by other names such as Traffic Directors Day and National Traffic Directors Day, honors those in all radio and television traffic departments who schedule and work very diligently with programs, announcements, and much more on our nation's broadcast stations. We are not talking about telling you where the accidents are, not that type of traffic. Talking about the commercials, scheduling the commercials when they run on the radio station and things like that. Working behind the scenes in billing and production. That's the kind of traffic. Traffic has two terms in radio. One for describing accidents going out on the streets, and the other is an insider term. where you work in the traffic department. We don't really have a traffic director here these days. I guess maybe Sonar is. But most radio stations do. 7:45 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Let's take a couple phone calls, and then I'll get to some news this morning. We'll continue with our staff meeting throughout the show today. It is a More Music Monday. We've only played parts of 2 tunes so far, but in the 9 o'clock hour, we'll beef up the music end of things a little bit. I have a lot of good songs queued up to use today on the show, so it's a good Music Monday day. Let's take 2 calls at 847-931-1410. Good morning. Welcome to the first shift.
Hey, Mark. Good morning.
Hey, sidekick Susan. How you doing?
I'm doing really good. I had a good weekend. Went to Walmart Saturday, but I forgot my Walmart gift card.
Ah, dang it.
I have to use it next time.
Yeah.
And then we had, Becky made the pulled chicken with barbecue sauce, like sandwiches, and I put cheese on my sandwiches, and we had potato salad. Ed and Helen came over, neighbors.
That sounds good. Was the food good?
Yes, I liked it with cheese. I was the only one to put cheese.
Really?
Yeah, provolone. Sunday, went to church, and then we had a luncheon, like a Thanksgiving theme, Thanksgiving food. Turkey meat, white meat.
Wow.
And stuffing, sweet potato casserole, and mac and cheese. And that was really good. I got to take some home, and one of the cooks, Elias, really. He's a cook, and he gave me a whole tray of mac and cheese. I'm going to share some with my mom. I'm going to bring it over in a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, thanks, friend.
It was November the 2nd, November 3rd, and you were already eating turkey, huh? That's a little bit early. I hope you're not burned out on turkey by the time Thanksgiving comes around.
Oh, no, it won't be.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you had a great weekend, Susan.
Yes. Hi, First Shifters. Hi, Downtown Jose. I'm going to see him later. Maybe go for Danny's Pizza.
Nice. It is half-price pizza over at Danny's today, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I know you're probably not watching on YouTube right now, but you just mentioned Downtown Jose, and if you're watching on YouTube right now at WRMN Radio on YouTube, there's a picture of Downtown Jose from Saturday, working the camera during our broadcast live from Hampshire Saturday afternoon. Then you can see the background there with some of the people milling around on the streets there, a food truck way in the background. It was a good day on Saturday, and thanks, Jose, for being a part of the broadcast. And thanks for calling, Susan.
Oh, you're welcome. Here's Becky.
Okay.
Hi, Marky.
What's going on, beloved Becky?
Having fun cooking for the people, and having a lot of stressful things going on in my life. You may know about the 3 members of our family that went, but watching the election and watching a sore shoulder that I have. I tore my rotary cuff.
You did?
Yeah, so all this stuff at once.
Wow. Well, you sound like you got a decent attitude, though. You sound like you're positive today.
Well, that's from being around Sidekick Susan and Downtown Jose, and I don't know, nickname you give my gorgeous boyfriend, Greg, but...
Gorgeous Greg, how about that?
That sounds good.
Okay, Gorgeous Greg. Have I met your gorgeous boyfriend before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to meet him again so I can see how gorgeous he is.
I love him to tears. We've been together 11 years.
Oh, my gosh, really?
Yep.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, I'm glad you're staying positive. I know you're going through some tough times, but it sounds like you're staying positive, and that's a good thing.
Yeah. I'm doing these days.
Just going to say, that's all you can do, right?
Right.
So.
Oh, here's Sue again.
Okay. Take care.
Hello.
Hello. Well, thank you for calling, and I hope you guys, hope maybe I'll see you this week sometime, right?
Well, definitely Wednesday for sure.
Okay. Yeah, you might want to wait till Wednesday. It's going to be rainy tomorrow morning.
Yeah, me and Becky going to vote tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Early.
Where are you going to vote at?
Our church, Greater Grace.
Well, good. That'll be nice and close for you, and it's a good thing that you guys are voting.
Yes.
Well, have a great day. Thanks for checking in.
You too.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Sidekick Susan, beloved Becky. Talking about gorgeous Greg. Must be quite the hunk. 10 before 8 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. All right, so we have National Broadcast Traffic Professionals Day. We have National Candy Day. And the rest of them. It's Use Your Common Sense Day. How about that? Use Your Common Sense Day. Every day should be that day, right? 7:51 here at WRMN on a Monday fun day. The fire marshal standing outside right now. He's got his phone in his hand. He likes to rock out in the morning. I'm not sure he listens to the radio show like he should. 7:51. I got some news to get to you. I can't believe I haven't really gotten to my news yet. I'm going to get way behind. I better get to it, because I did prepare quite a few news stories for you today. And I also have some football scores. We're going to talk a little high school football and summarize the weekend as we get ready for round 2 of the high school football playoffs coming up this weekend. Stevie T checks in this morning. A lot going on this weekend. Last night was the Elgin Sports Hall of Fame annual banquet and induction ceremony over at the Heritage Ballroom. Packed house, over 300 people, says Stevie T, last night at the Heritage Ballroom for the Hall of Fame inductions. 5 individuals were inducted into the Hall of Fame. Also, tram inductions, whatever that means. Special awards and many scholarships were awarded to students. It was a great night in Elgin. Hope WRMN can be there next year, says Stevie T. You never know, could happen. The inductions into the Elgin Sports Hall of Fame last night at the Heritage Ballroom. 7:52. So who were the 5 that were inducted? We'll have to find out and get their names to you. Maybe have them on the air as guests. 7:52. Let's check back in down under, I believe, here for a minute and see if this is Derica Part 2. Good morning. Welcome back to the show.
Hi, Marky B. How are you?
I'm good, Derica. How are you?
Good. I'm good.
That's good.
I'd like to say hello to Brendan, because he said hello to me the other day.
Yeah.
And I saw his message, and I wanted to say hello to Brendan. And I want to know, how was his Oreo flavoured Coca-Cola, and how'd that taste? Because I wanted to get one, and I went looking for one, and I couldn't find any in the supermarket. And how was it in Panda Express the other day? I saw that he went to Panda Express, and he's always saying we. Who's we, Brendan? Who is we? Is that your family?
All right. Be nice to Brendan. Okay. Hey, guess who's outside right now, Derica? It's Ninny Rose, and it's Jeremiah, and it's Iris with her pretty smile.
Oh.
Yeah. As they are on their way to school this morning, and they just went by the radio station and stopped and waved.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have to have a good day at school.
Yes. Well, thanks for calling back, Derica. We'll see if we can get some answers out of Brendan.
All right, then.
Okay, take care. Talk to you soon.
Okay, see ya.
Bye. All right, Derica checking in. Ninny Rose, Iris, Jeremiah. Most of our young crew is now spoken for today. We had Mikey and Northwest Wesley Jr. II. We've never heard from Oliver yet, but we have heard from Westside Freddy this morning. That would be the five 10 and under listeners that we know of at this time. 7:54 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. I've got some more pictures to show next hour. from the weekend. Thanks for sending the pictures to our Image 360 information line, 505-926-1410. Hector, speaking of which, has sent me a picture. He went to a Halloween party on Saturday. I'm not sure you really want to see this picture, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. If you're watching on YouTube, this is Hector in his costume, and his rear end is showing. Wow. Nice butt, Hector. 7:55 here at WRMN as we head towards the top of the hour here. All right, let's see what we have here for music history. As this is a good song. This is a good Monday song and a good song in general to help us get into a brand new week. This is a middle-of-the-road song by Squeeze. If I can find it here, I'm going to play it for you, or if I can find the reason that I'm playing a part of this Squeeze song for you today. And I'll have to get back to you on that because my music memories has closed for the moment, but now it's back open. Let's see. I have Squeeze information here for you. Yes. On this day in 1954, he is turning 70 years old today. He is English singer, musician, and songwriter Chris Difford. He was a founding member of the band called Squeeze. Some of their biggest known songs, I Only Know One. The other ones, besides the one I'm going to play a piece of, are Pulling Muscles from the Shell, Cool for Cats, Up the Junction. 3 songs I don't know. The only one that I know from Squeeze is this one. Tempted. It's a good song. It's Monday. It's the first shift. It's WRMN.
I bought a toothbrush, some toothpaste, a flannel for my face, pajamas, a hairbrush, new shoes, and a case. I said to my reflection, let's get out of this place. Past the church and steeple, the laundry on the hill, billboards and the buildings, memories of it still keep calling and calling. But forget it all, I know I will. Tempted by the fruit of another, tempted but the truth is discovered. What's been going on? And now that you have gone, there's no other. Tempted by the fruit of another, tempted but the truth is discovered.
Excuse me.
I'm at the car park, the airport, the baggage carousel. But people keep on grabbing and wishing I was well. I said it's no occasion, it's no story I can tell. At my bedside, empty pocket, a foot without a sock. Your body gets much closer. I fumble for the clock, alarmed by the seduction. I wish that it would stop.
Missouri Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia College of Missouri has changed all that. With individualized attention and ongoing support, Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you. Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus, your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu.
Rooted in their family Mexican history, churros are made daily with love. Churros and Chocolate at 2533 West Algonquin Road has churros made from family recipes with care and fresh each day with delicious fillings. There's also the Frida Cafe where you can relax and catch up with a friend while having a warm drink. Try Churros and Chocolate specialty churros, the churro sundae, or take home a churro cake. Visit churros, the letter Y, chocolateinc.com.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410 Elgin Time. 8 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. Kane County at the forefront of an October 9th meeting regarding juvenile justice management. Kane County's 16th Judicial Circuit, along with the Administrative Office of the Illinois Courts, hosting the state's first assembly of stakeholders involved in temporary juvenile detention facilities. Kane County leading the meeting that also was attended by Illinois State Supreme Court Chief Justice Mary Jane Thies. The Darberman Road Extension infrastructure project in Kane County is now complete after 15 years of planning and a year and a half of construction. The $26 million project has been completed. The Elgin Police Department touting their new Transparency Hub video series. The initiative includes a series of 5 instructional videos aimed at guiding residents through various features of the Transparency Hub, starting with a comprehensive overview. Subsequent videos will cover topics such as service calls, accessing traffic and crash data, and officer interactions, among others. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Everyday Cintas service reps help businesses get ready for the workday. They provide freshly laundered workwear delivered every week. Mats, mops, restroom and cleaning supplies. First aid and safety products to help your employees stay safe. They even test and inspect fire extinguishers and emergency lights. Cintas helps keep your business running smoothly. See what Cintas can do for you. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, cause you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak high. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Bialek's Bar and Grill Wisconsin Dells is the quintessential American grill and bar, with refined rustic cuisine and award-winning libations. Their honest, feel-good food menu is complemented by a beer list to satisfy every taste. Classic cocktails and our signature shakes, rich and creamy with a splash of boozy goodness just to shake things up a little bit. Bialek's Grill and Bar, classic American cuisine with a contemporary twist.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Illini football fell short Saturday. It was a 25-17 loss at home against the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Both teams are 6-3 with the result. Number 10, Notre Dame had the bye. They returned to action this week at home against Florida State. Southern Illinois got thumped 38-17, the final at Missouri State. In overtime, Northwestern got by Purdue 26-20. The Blackhawks doubled up the Ducks 4-2 on Sunday. Connor Bedard had 3 assists. Chicago returns home to face Detroit Wednesday. The Bears have dropped 2 in a row on Sunday. It was a 29-9 setback at Arizona. Chicago drops to 0-4 away from home. 4-4 on the season. Caleb Williams, 22 of 41 passing, 217 yards. He got sacked 6 times.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
If you're not planning to come into Macy's this week, you're missing out because our Friends and Family Sale is happening now. What does that mean? It means when you use your coupon or Macy's card, you can take an extra 30% off, just like Friends and Family can. That's 30% off the latest trends, 30% off new arrivals, 30% off the best brands. It's just this week. It's just what you've been waiting for, and it's only at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
The 90s called. They said the Gordita Supreme is so back in the new $7 Lux Cravings box from Taco Bell. It's all looking fresh to death with the pillowy 90s Gordita Supreme alongside the beefy 5-layer burrito, double stacked taco, chips with nacho cheese sauce, and medium drink. All for just $7. It's your wallet's favorite cheesy crunchy combo here for a limited time. Grab yours and relive the decades only at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Contact store for price and participation, which varies. Drinks and food freezes. Tax extra.
Attention all burger enthusiasts and game aficionados. Celebrate a century of excellence at Mott's Lounge. Proudly serving the community for 100 years under 5 generations of passionate ownership. Sink your teeth into our hand-pressed fresh burgers bursting with flavor, crafted just the way you like them. And while you're here, enjoy our exclusive drink specials, perfect for toasting to our milestone anniversary. Plus, challenge your luck with our state-of-the-art gaming machines, adding an extra thrill to your visit. Join us at Mott's Lounge and be a part of history in the making. Here's to another century of great food, fun, and memories. Mott's Lounge, where every visit is a celebration. For more information, visit us online at mottslounge.com.
Election Day is here, and WRMN 1410 is your trusted source for the facts. Federal races, county board seats, local offices, and advisory questions. We've got all the information you need. Have a question? What's on your ballot? Call 847-931-1410 or text 505-926-1410. We'll give you clear, unbiased information about any candidate or issue on the Kane County ballot. Just the facts, no spin. Stay informed with WRMN 1410, the talk of the town, your source for reliable coverage all day long. Call 847-931-1410 or text 505-926-1410. Your vote matters. Let's make it count together.
In our household, we put family first. I'm Dan Ugasti. Right now, Illinois families are suffering with rising property taxes and grocery bills, along with communities that are left safe. Keeping family members from moving out of Illinois isn't easy. As your state representative, I'm working to be a voice of reason in a time of extremism. That means I'm focusing on the issues that unite us, bringing down property taxes, creating opportunities, and controlling government spending. I'm Dan Ugasti, and I'd be honored to have your vote.
Paid for by Citizens for Dan Ugasti.
Garibaldi's Italian Eatery offers Italian dishes, subs, kids menus, and their delicious pizza. The foundation of a great pizza starts with the crust. Garibaldi's crust is crunchy at the bottom, airy in the middle, and perfect every time. The finest ingredients are used to give their pizza this exquisite crust and wonderful taste. Dine at either of the Garibaldi's 2 locations in Hoffman Estates and Arlington Heights. Free party rooms are available too. Visit garibaldis.com today.
Okay, antibodies, huddle up. We're a great team, but the flu is dominating. The good news is the human we're protecting just got his flu shots. That means all of us antibodies have strong new gear that will help us fight and defend against the flu. We must win so that our human can stay healthy and help protect the people he cares about most.
Let's work as a team to defend against the flu. Gear up with a flu shot to help protect yourself and others and reduce your risk of being sick or hospitalized with the flu. Learn more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
It is 8 past 8 here at WRMN on a Monday morning. And it's not raining here in downtown Elgin, but there may be some light rain where you are. It is kind of dreary, and it will be for the next day or two. And then sun is back in the forecast by Wednesday. Current temperature as we start the hour is, let's see, we've been in the 60s, 63. Overcast skies, rain still off and on throughout the day, maybe some heavy rain tonight. Today's high about 69. Tonight, dropping back to where we are right now at 63. And then tomorrow, occasional showers still possible. And the high temperature bouncing back to about what it's going to be today in the upper 60s again, about 68 or 69. 100% chance of rain tomorrow as well. And tonight, 1 inch to 2 inches of rain possible. So while you're sleeping, it may be raining quite heavy for a while. Finally, the rain gets out of here. The wind is also supposed to pick up some tonight. So just keep that in mind as well. Tomorrow night's low will be 41. So cold front comes through tomorrow, I guess at the tail end of all this rain. Drops us down to 41. 80% chance. Then on Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high of 56. Thursday, sunshine and a high of 58. Friday, sunny with a high of 59. Maybe a little rain back in the forecast for this weekend, but we'll deal with that then. We'll see what happens as we advance into the week with the weekend forecast. 63 right now. 10 past 8 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Lots of comments coming in on YouTube this morning. Thanks, everybody, for checking in. I gave No Nickname John a 9. Westside Freddy, who's a harsh critic sometimes, is only going to give John a 5.5. I thought it was one of No Nickname John's better bad jokes. Maybe a good bad joke gives him a lower score in the eyes of Westside Freddy. I don't know. Let's see. So Westside Freddy checked in. Let's go to the Image 360 information line for a moment and say good morning to Linda Carter. She checked in this morning and said, welcome back to Monday morning. Have a blessed day. Linda Carter, Linda Carter, Linda Carter. Oosh. Linda Carter. Sending us 21 prayers to our prayer scoreboard. We're off to a slow start on the prayer scoreboard today. We're at 42 on the prayer scoreboard right now. Sensational Shelley checks in. She checked in at 1:59 a.m. She says, good Monday morning. I am liking these windy fall days, says the sensational one. I'll have a new batch of leaves in the backyard after the next couple of days. I got the first batch somewhat taken care of over the weekend. The sensational one says, the thought for the day, what you do makes a difference. And you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. So go out and make a positive difference today, says the sensational one. The Sultan of South Elgin checks in. 5:25 this morning was his check-in time. And he's going to get us to the high school football scoreboard once and for all. Good morning, Mark, and the WRMN Shifters. U46 football is over for the year. Barrington 66, South Elgin 13.
That's pitiful. I mean, it's absolutely pitiful. Pitiful.
Barrington 66, South Elgin 13.
That's pitiful. I mean, it's absolutely pitiful. Pitiful.
The Sultan checked in at 5:25. So let's go ahead and check this football scoreboard from this past Friday night, since the Sultan is helping us segue into that. First of all, Burlington Central rockets their way to victory. How about that?
Wow.
They're the Rockets. Burlington Central rockets their way to victory.
Wow.
I'm so clever.
Shut up!
Hey, calm yourself.
Whatever.
Seeking its first playoff victory in 18 years. Things went really well for Burlington Central on Saturday night. The Rockets scored in their first 4 possessions. They had a 28-0 halftime lead, and they won 42-14 over Grant on Rocket Hill. The Rockets will face Geneva in the second round this coming weekend. I don't know the time. I guess it's going to be in Geneva, right? But I'm sure the commander will fetch the time for me and the day and time and let us know. Be a good, fun game to go watch. Burlington Central and Geneva this coming weekend. Well, Burlington Central, first win in 18 years in the playoffs, thanks to Jackson Alcorn and several of his explosive offensive teammates. Alcorn accounted for 4 total touchdowns, a pair of touchdown passes to L.J. Kerr. That's a great football name. That sounds like a tight end name. L.J. Kerr. And Zach Saman ran for a pair of scores. Burlington cruises to victory. Alcorn was extremely efficient on the night. He was 8 of 10 for 184 yards, 3 touchdowns. He ran for a score. First time Burlington's been in the show since 2014. There's neighbor Tom across the street. He's always out. Does the guy work? He's always outside. Let's see. The Rockets defense made Alcorn's life easier by forcing 3 turnovers in the game. Matt Bending's fumble recovery led to Central's first touchdown following a 17-yard drive, a short drive. Tyler McGladdery pounced on another Bulldogs fumble, and Rocco Boss's interception led to the Rockets' final score. That's a football name, too, isn't it? Rocco Boss. The Rockets' running game committee combined for 145 yards. Jack Aguirre had 46 yards rushing. 4 different running backs for Burlington had at least 25 yards on the ground. A big win for Burlington Central. St. Charles North nukes Rolling Meadows. 7 days after accounting for 5 touchdowns in North's 35-21 victory over previously unbeaten Geneva, quarterback Ethan Plum had another huge day, this time 7 touchdowns. He led the North Stars to 4 first-half touchdowns on their first 4 possessions. He was 21 out of 26 with a school record 7 touchdowns. St. Charles North rolls over Rolling Meadows 49-14 in St. Charles in the Class 7A first round. Plum connected with 4 different receivers: Karsten Durante, E.J. Mondesur, Keaton Reinke, and Braden Harris. Check that, Braden Harms, for first-half touchdowns. St. Charles North wins big 49-14 over Rolling Meadows. I mentioned the Barrington score thanks to the Sultan. Senior quarterback Nick Pipert completed his first 18 passes. He was 20 out of 22 for 379 yards and 3 touchdowns. Where's the defense? 20 completions for 379 yards. That's like almost 20 yards per completion. Number 11, Barrington, blasts South Elgin 66-13. That was a Class 8A playoff game at Barrington. The Broncos are 8-2. They will play at Warren next week in a second-round game. The Blue Devils defeated Palatine, the Warren Blue Devils, 31-24. South Elgin finishes the season with a record of 6-4. It's still a winning season. It is still a playoff berth, but certainly this might have been the weakest South Elgin team that they've had in a while. Pipert's top receiver was sophomore Austin Coles, who caught 5 passes for 187 yards, which is like almost 40 yards a catch. Of course, one of those catches was for 80 yards. In other first-round action, it was Batavia crushing Collinsville. That was a long bus ride here and back for Collinsville, as Batavia scored 47 first-half points, and they cruised to a 54-13 victory over the Cahokes in the first round of the Class 7A playoffs. So they scored 47 points in the first half and then pretty much called off the Dogs. And they won 54-13. Batavia is 9-1. And they will take on number 20 Lincoln Way West in the second round. The Lincoln Way West Warriors defeated number 13 Pekin 34-14. In other scores of local interest from high school football in the first round of the playoffs, it was 4th-ranked West Aurora outlasting number 29 Huntley. But the Red Raiders gave West Aurora everything they could. West Aurora was undefeated this season. Huntley was only 5-4. The final score was 31-21. Told you Friday Huntley could score some points, and they have a pretty good football team, but West Aurora is really tough this year. And they advanced to the second round. Other Class 7A scores, the Hoffman was a winner Hoffman Estates a winner over Lincoln Park, 30-14. And West Chicago went down in their first game. They were the underdog, and they lost. It was number 6 Normal Community School, 41, and number 27 West Chicago, 16. Class 6A, number 1 Cary Grove beat down Sen by a score of 71-6. Cary Grove moves into the second round. They are the defending state champions, right? And they are number 1 right now. I believe they're defending state champions. Number 4, Belvedere North was a winner over number 13, Caneland, 35-20. And in 4A football, schools we might know, they're from around here. It was number 4, Wheaton Academy over number 13, Sandwich, 55-19. Dixon rolled over Marengo, 35-14. So Marengo is eliminated in the first round. And there's your high school football scoreboard from Friday night. 8:21, we're going through a little news for you here on WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. We'll get to some more first shift comments coming up in as the show goes on. We're all the way on until 10 today. Then Matt takes over. Matt's got out to lunch for you today from 10 until 1. I'm sure he'll reflect on his weekend experience in Hampshire for our nice holiday broadcast on Saturday. Later on today, Tammy's in with her friends. Talk time with Tammy from 2 until 4, the first half of Fox Valley Afternoons. And then Sonar and Ben Demoni and Boquist will get you ready for the election day, as they will have the second half of Fox Valley Afternoons, a political talk show, this afternoon from 4 until 6. Tomorrow night, election coverage will continue all night long, as the crew will be out and about and right here at the studio as well to cover the local elections for you. No Brian Kilmeade or Tom Hartman tomorrow night, as we'll have election coverage throughout the night. And the Kilmeade show, honestly, is live in the mornings anyway, so on election day to play his show at night would not sound right on the air. And Tom Hartman also, I think, is a show which takes place earlier in the day. So both of those shows, especially on election day, would sound dated. 8:23 here at WRMN. We want to welcome, let's see, Bender Dental back to the show. They are back on board with their feel-good story of the day. Remember, for a little while, we were doing the Bender Dental feel-good story of the day. Well, the feel-good start to the day brought to you by Bender Dental. And we're going to start this time with stopping hate. Just days after an Orthodox Jewish man was shot while walking to his Chicago synagogue, and amid record numbers of hate crimes nationwide, state leaders last week announced a new initiative to help those affected by hate-fueled attacks. Help Stop Hate features a website. It's IL, as in Illinois, ilstophate.org, and a phone number, 877-458-4283. That's 877-458-4283. where people can confidentially report hate crimes and receive referrals to community resources that offer assistance. The initiative also will allow the state to better identify the frequency and location of hate acts to improve services, strengthen policies, and increase resources. According to FBI statistics released last month, 11,862 hate crimes incidents affecting 14,416 victims were reported across the country last year, the most since the Bureau began keeping track back in 1991. The majority of the victims, about 52.5%, were targeted because of their race or ethnicity, this story says. About 22.5% involved the person's religion, 18.4% sexual orientation, and 4% their gender identity, according to the data. Illinois did buck those trends last year, with hate crime reports falling from 346 to 319. But that dip followed a massive surge, which took the numbers to 346 in 2022. 825 here at WRMN. So if you see a hate crime, which you think is a hate crime, report it by calling the Help Stop Hate website or phone number. The website is ilstophate.org, and the phone number is 877-458-4283. Thanks to Bender Dental. They're back on board with the feel-good start to the day. Try to have a positive story that we work into our news every day here on the show. Brought to you by Bender Dental. It is 826. The phone number to call is 847-931-1410. Let's take a phone call right now. Let's get teased by David. Good morning, David Tease.
Good morning, Mark. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. How about you?
Oh, good. Did you get out and vote like you said you were going to?
I did, last Thursday on Halloween.
Good. You kept your promise. Good job.
Yes, sir.
One more day left of early voting is today. So all I can do is get on the air, express to everybody, get out and vote today. It's our last day of early voting, and tomorrow, the elections. I can't wait, Mark. It's a long campaign for me.
It's been a long road for you, Big Dave.
Yes, it has. I'm going to sleep for a week after this is over. But yeah, I want to get everybody out there. Early vote for your candidate. Your vote matters. Vote for Dave Tease, Donald Puckett, Donald Trump. Get out there and vote because it's your civic duty. And like I said, it rained. I'm seeing that they're talking about severe thunderstorms, possible tornadoes. This is why you get out and vote early. So
last day.
All I got to say today. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no. I appreciate the call and you listening to the show and good advice. I'll go over the places to stop by and vote again today and tomorrow and the times as we try to get everybody out this year. I think the voter turnout's been great though so far.
Oh my Lord, I could not believe that how busy the polling places have been since they opened up. Yesterday I drove by the township building and it was just jam-packed full of cars.
Yeah,
it's a great thing. I think we're gonna. What do you think? Do you think we're gonna have at least record number turnouts?
I gotta believe that we are. Yeah, based on what I've seen.
What I'm seeing too, I see, and it's great. It's great seeing people come out and do this. So I think we're actually going to see something we haven't seen in 40 years on the turnout of the elections.
In 40 years?
Yeah, I think it's going to be 40 years. This many people coming out and voting.
Yeah,
one day or one election. So I think it's going to break a lot of records.
We've been preaching it for a long time, and I think everybody with the, the unrest in the country and everything else happening locally with taxes being high and all of that, and the immigration, people's opinions on all of that, the asylum seekers, I think everybody's finally like, you know what, I've got to go try to make a difference and vote.
Yep.
So.
And also, too, what's really cool, when I went to vote at the township building, every time a new first-time voter came in, they would get up and yell, first-time voter here, and everybody in the building would cheer them on and all that stuff. And that was really cool. I thought I'd never seen that before. I thought it was really awesome.
Yeah.
And a lot of new voters were coming in that day.
You heard it a few times when you were in there, huh?
Oh, yeah. I heard about 3 times.
That's cool.
That time sitting in there.
Yeah.
So it was really cool. People are getting out and voting.
Yes, sir. Well, good luck to you, man. I appreciate all your hard work, and I wish you the best of luck tomorrow for sure.
Well, I want to thank you and WRMN for everything you're doing and covering the elections, and you guys are doing a great job out there.
Thanks, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. David Tease running against Vern Tepe, Kane County Board District 22. The local elections are important. And David plugged the other guys he wants you to vote for, too. Donald Puckett and Donald Trump, the Donalds. Well, everybody's welcome to call the show and voice your thoughts. Tomorrow, all day long, on Election Day. Today, too, as we have local programming all the way until 6 o'clock. All right, it is 8:29. We're going to check the news here at the bottom of the hour. It is a Monday fun day here on the show. Lots of comments still and other news stories to get to this morning, so keep it right here until 10 with me, Marky B, right here on the first shift. 63 degrees at 8:30.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. Elgin community members encouraged to attend an important event addressing political violence and promoting peace and inclusion scheduled for tonight at the Center of Elgin from 5 to 7:30 p.m. Participants will engage in meaningful discussions about the causes of political violence and explore solutions through dialogue. On November 2nd, Elgin police officers were dispatched to the 800 block of May Street after reports of gunfire. The incident occurring around 12:42 a.m. stemming from a large party nearby. Fortunately, there were no reports of any injuries. Elgin Police continuing to investigate. The Autism Hero Project and the Elgin Police Department working together regarding a documentary that's set to be shown November 16th at Judson University. The event aims to educate and inspire better communication and safety measures related to autistic people and their relationship with police. The post-screening Q&A will feature insights from key community leaders, including Elgin's police chief and the Kane County State's Attorney. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Every day, Cintas service reps help businesses get ready for the workday. They provide freshly laundered workwear delivered every week. Mats, mops, restroom and cleaning supplies. First aid and safety products to help your employees stay safe. They even test and inspect fire extinguishers and emergency lights. Cintas helps keep your business running smoothly. See what Cintas can do for you. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, cause you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
This is trouble. DiMercado near sideline to the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Arizona. Cardinals radio 29-9, the win over the Bears on Sunday. Chicago drops to 0-4 away from home. 4-4 on the season. Caleb Williams, 22 of 41 passing, 217 yards. He got sacked 6 times for a loss of 65. All 9 of Chicago's points came from kicker Cairo Santos. He was 3 for 3 on field goals, his longest a 53-yarder. Williams hurt his left ankle late in the loss, but he appears to have avoided a serious injury. The Blackhawks doubled up the Ducks 4-2 on Sunday. Chicago improves to 5-7-1, 4-4-1 away from home. Connor Bedard had 3 assists. Chicago returns home to face Detroit Wednesday. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
If you're not planning to come into Macy's this week, you're missing out because our Friends and Family Sale is happening now. What does that mean? It means when you use your coupon or Macy's card, you can take an extra 30% off, just like Friends and Family can. That's 30% off the latest trends, 30% off new arrivals, 30% off the best brands. It's just this week. It's just what you've been waiting for, and it's only at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
The 90s called. They said the Gordita Supreme is so back in the new $7 Lux Cravings box from Taco Bell. It's all looking fresh to death with the pillowy 90s Gordita Supreme alongside the beefy 5-layer burrito, double stacked taco, chips with nacho cheese sauce, and medium drink. All for just $7. It's your wallet's favorite cheesy crunchy combo here for a limited time. Grab yours and relive the decades only at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only. While supplies last. Contact store for price and participation, which varies. Drinks and speeds freezes. Tax extra.
8:34 here at WRMN. Well, last hour I really enjoyed hearing the Elgin 100 Years Ago segment. It was very exciting. So much so, I want to hear it one more time.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
I'm Nick Freeman, and here's what was happening 100 years ago today. Sneak thieves get $60 in loot. Sneak thieves, early Sunday morning, made off with $25 in small change and $35 worth of cigars, cigarettes, and other merchandise from the Schneider Bowling and Billiard Hall on DuPage Street. They also took a small box from the cigarette case containing about $10 in change.
Wow.
The thieves hid in the storeroom leading off the bowling alleys and were locked in by Harry Schneider, proprietor, when he left for his home at 11:40 o'clock. According to the police, the door was locked at 12 o'clock, indicating that the robbery took place sometime after that hour. The theft was discovered at 4 o'clock Sunday morning when the police officer on that beat, in discharging his duties, pushed on the door and nearly fell headlong into the place. It is believed that an attempt was made by the thieves to escape through the basement of the Sperling building before they resorted to the front door of the Schneider establishment.
Wow. Wow.
Elgin 100 Years Ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 Years Ago at www.elginhistory.org.
That was a thriller right there. Nick Freeman, welcome aboard to doing Elgin 100 Years Ago. Jerry Turnquist retiring from that role. But JT's still there to introduce the others. That's a good role for JT. 8:36 here at WRMN, Monday morning. Monday fun day here on the show. More Music Monday. We got some music coming up next hour here on the program. Something you want to hear today, let me know at 847-931-1410 or on our YouTube feed at WRMN Radio on YouTube, or by checking in on our Image 360 information line at 505-926-1410. And we were checking some of the Image 360 comments a short time ago. Becky Blue checks in this morning, and she sent a picture of her cat. Yes. She has sent a picture of her cat. There it is. That's Samantha, the cat. And I guess that must have been on Halloween. As Becky Blue says, Samantha was wondering where the trick-or-treaters, where they went. Oh, it was the day after Halloween, on Friday, after she destroyed the blinds. As you can see in the picture here, you can see the destruction of the blinds. And Samantha is the responsible culprit. 8:37 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Blackhawks Brad checked in earlier this morning, and he checked in with a text message to me as well on my phone at 901-647-1240, and he sent me an article via cell phone that I want to take a look at here in a moment. It's about the Bears. And apparently Caleb Williams was banged up late in the game, the Bears starting quarterback, and I was commenting as I was watching the game over at the Moose Lodge with about 7.5 minutes left in the game, and the game obviously not going to be turned around at that point. Williams should have been pulled. Tyson Bagent should have played. I wasn't really thinking to prevent injury. I was thinking because it was just time for a quarterback change. Williams was thoroughly frustrated, and Tyson Bagent's a pretty good quarterback, so let him play a little bit. But the Bears stuck with Williams all the way to the end, which really surprised me, down by 3 touchdowns in a game where they didn't seem to have any chance. They were getting completely overwhelmed by the Cardinals on all sides of the ball. It is 8:39, and so Blackhawks Brad was, I guess, inspired to provide a word of the day that kind of stood for the Bears' performance, especially in the second half. When they gave up that rushing touchdown at the very end of the second quarter, after they had kicked a field goal to make it 14-9, that was really a backbreaker. And the Bears have now had a couple of backbreakers in back-to-back weeks. The Hail Mary pass, and then the backbreaker of what was it, a 61-yard run, at least a 61-yard run at the end of the second quarter when there was just a few seconds left in the first half. That gave the Cardinals a 21-9 lead at halftime, and for all intents and purposes, it was pretty much over. The Bears came out super flat in the second half. So the word of the day from Blackhawks Brad is listless. Listless. Of a person or their manner lacking energy or enthusiasm. Bears come to mind, says Blackhawks Brad. Pathetic performance. Let's win this day, says Blackhawks Brad. The American flag flies, the eagle flies over the fabulous Fox River, and prayer number 53 from Blackhawks Brad. And let's see what the article says that BHB has sent me on the phone this morning. 8:41 here at WRMN. The number to call is, if you want to call the station, is 847-931-1410. Let's see. This is a Newsbreak article. Chicago Bears coaching staff under fire for causing Caleb Williams injury. And I'm just going to read the article a little bit here. The Bears game against Arizona was over at halftime. The Bears came out flat after a week in which the team made headlines for what seemed to be a growing rift between the team's players and coaching staff. Sunday's effort against the Cardinals likely will do nothing to silence that speculation. In fact, how the Bears handled the closing seconds of their blowout loss to the Cardinals may just be more reason for the team's front office to intervene. Despite trailing the Cardinals 29-9, during the final minute of the game, Matt Eberflus and the Bears coaching staff decided to leave the rookie quarterback Caleb Williams in the game. I mean, it doesn't even take a good armchair quarterback. It doesn't even take a good armchair quarterback. You can't say hindsight's 20/20 when you said it in the moment. And as I was sitting there watching the game, well before the final minute of the game, I said Williams should be out and Tyson Bagent should be in. In a game where Williams was sacked 6 times, the rookie quarterback appeared to suffer an injury on the second to final play of the game. The injury concern was then intensified when Williams was taken down to end the game. And there's going to be a lot about that coming out today. And one fan on Bears Nation that I see in this article commenting says, with no time left, Caleb Williams is playing in garbage time and is shaken up. He was grabbing his hamstring. And this is from Twitter, or X. So we'll hear more about that today. And more and more people are going to start to try to noose the Flus. The end could be near for Matt Eberflus. And I tell you, just like Larry Jones had said on the show plenty of times, he was a fan. I've been a fan of him too. But in the fourth quarter of yesterday's game, he looked like a deer in headlights on the sidelines. Like he just didn't even know what to do. It was a bad day for the Bears. And after the Washington game ended last Sunday, you could kind of see it coming. You know? Kind of see it coming. 8:44 here at WRMN AM 1410 and at WRMN Radio on YouTube. Thanks, Blackhawks Brad, for checking in. Thanks, Tony Cool, for checking in. She is the executive secretary of the morning show, and she checked in this morning to let us know that this today has been staff meeting number 211 of 2024. The 211th staff meeting of the year. I don't see the cabal laying around, so I guess we have to use the train whistle to serve as today's cabal and celebrate meeting number 211. train whistle does a fine job of filling in for the Cabell. This is the 1168th staff meeting since we started counting way back in the way back when we were all much younger. 8:45 here at WRMN. All right, Blackhawks, Brad. Well, I tell you what, I have used your word in a haiku today. So this is in honor of you, BHB, and your word of the day, listless, and the article that you've sent about the listless Bears who may be starting to quit on Matt Eberflus. That's not a good sign. That is not a good thing if that's the case. You keep playing coach hard for your coach, even if you disagree with what he's doing, because you're being paid very well, and it's your job to keep on performing. It's Ryan Poles, the general manager's job, to sift through the rubble and make a change if any change is going to be made. But these young guys playing football, they sometimes quit on their coach, and it ain't right. I hope it's not happening in Chicago. 8:46 here at WRMN. So here we go. Please repeat after me. A listless effort could lead to getting coach fired. Good luck, Eberflus. A listless effort could lead to getting coach fired. Good luck, Eberflus. 8:46 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Downtown Jose was all up in the middle of the action on Saturday. I showed you the picture when Sidekick Susan called last hour. This is Jose becoming a cameraman for WRMN and working the camera at our event on Saturday in Hampshire. We still have some more pictures to show from Dino. We got to get to Dino's comments. He's the director, you know, and he likes doing those live broadcasts, does a really nice job doing them, and he's got a show every Friday where he talks about what's going on in the area, and he interviews some of the movers and shakers in the entertainment field. It's Dino's Night Out. It's the Friday edition of Fox Valley Afternoons from 2 until 4. Monday through Thursday, it's Tammy and the ladies chatting with you. And on Friday, it's Dino and Dino's Night Out. So we'll show you some Dino pictures here in a moment. Go to YouTube at WRMN Radio on YouTube. We're just kind of bouncing all over the place today, showing pictures, going over some news stories, and sharing some First Shift 411. And it is a Monday Fun Day here on the show. Here's a couple of more pictures from the event on Saturday in Hampshire. I'm not sure who this is, but she's got a big old, what is that in her arms right there? It's an animal. And I missed that part of the broadcast. But that's a crazy picture from Hampshire in front of the WRMN sign. We'll have to get some clarification on that whole picture right there. Let's see. Some other pictures from Saturday from downtown Hampshire. Here's another one of the pictures with Dino and Matt and that lady with the animal in the middle. What in the world is that? I'm sure Dino will let me know. It is 8:49 here at WRMN. That's on YouTube. At WRMN Radio on YouTube. Mayor Mike made it to the camera and made it to an interview with Matt on Saturday afternoon. And here is that part of the broadcast. It's Matt and Mayor Mike. We were using phones, or they were, as microphones on Saturday, and it worked out pretty well. Never really think about using your cell phone as a microphone, but you can. You talk into the bottom of it, and it picks up really good audio in this day and age if you have a pretty good quality phone. And the microphones that we had brought out to the broadcast on Saturday, they were picking up too much crowd sound. So you were going to hear too much outside noise. The cell phones took away that outside noise to a certain degree, and it allowed the voices to be more clear. That's why, as you see the interview here on YouTube, you see both Matt and Mayor Mike Reed speaking into the bottom of cell phones. They were using their cell phones as microphones, and really, it might have worked as good, if not better, than the microphones. 8:50 here at WRMN AM 1410 and at WRMN Radio on YouTube. A couple of more shots here. There's Mayor Mike and Sue and Matt and Dino all in the picture. They had a good old time. It was a beautiful day. Santa Claus was there, and here is Matt interviewing Santa. Santa, I think his schedule pretty much starts at the beginning of November. He goes on tour, and he hits so many places. Santa's going to be as busy the next couple of months as our local politicians have been the last several months, working every single day to get their name out there and to get their information out there and to try to earn your vote. And there's Santa, just beginning his tour, and one of his first holiday stops was in Hampshire on Saturday at Holiday on State Street. 8:51 here at WRMN. Well, thanks for the pictures, Dino, and thanks Sue and Mayor Mike and everybody in Hampshire that helped make this possible on Saturday. All of this comes on the Image 360 information line, where you can send pictures anytime. I love to show them here on the show at 505-926-1410. We'll check some more comments next hour. Go back to YouTube for a bit. But here in the last couple of minutes of this hour, let us check a news story or two. There are some stories I didn't get to this morning, like crime time. What time is it? It's crime time. Crime time. November 2nd, 12:42 a.m. Elgin. Case number 69776. Officers responded to the 800 block of May Street on the southeast side for a report of shots fired. Upon arrival, officers confirmed that shots fired had occurred. The preliminary investigation shows the incident was related to a large party which was occurring in the area. If you have information that may assist, please call 847-289-2600. That's 847-289-2600. Or to text a tip, send a message to 847-411. 847-411. Please include Elgin PD in the beginning of the text along with the message and or tip information. You can also visit cityofelgin.org/crime tip for more crime tip options. That's cityofelgin.org/crime tip. Shots fired. I believe that's number 60 on the year. And it is the 4th of November. I believe the all-time record for shots fired in a year in the city of Elgin, 66, I believe. And so we are within striking range of the record with 2 full months left in the year. We'll see how things finish out. 8:54 here at WRMN. Let's see. One more crime time story for you here. The young and the restless escaping detainment. A Cicero man has been charged with escaping from a DuPage County Sheriff's deputy after his appearance in court. Javier Barajas, 23, faces 1 felony count of escape from an officer, 1 felony count of resisting or obstructing an officer. In May, Barajas was charged with leading police on a high-speed chase in a stolen car. At his hearing in his first appearance court, DuPage Judge Joshua Deeden denied prosecutors' motion to detain Barajas pre-trial. I guess leading officers on a high-speed chase in a stolen car is not a detainable offense. On October 29th, while on pretrial release, he was charged with 5 counts of aggravated possession of a stolen vehicle. Then, October the 30th, he appeared in court where he was released pre-trial because the charges against him are not detainable under the law, according to the Frickin' Safety Act. The same day, prosecutors filed a motion to revoke Barajas's pre-trial release, so they tried to revoke it, for allegedly violating the conditions of his pretrial release on the first case. So he had to appear in court again on Halloween. He appeared in court where Judge Joseph Bugos granted the motion to detain him. They were finally going to hold him. After Barajas's pretrial release was revoked, he was taken into custody by a sheriff's deputy. Authorities then alleged that while deputy was completing the paperwork, he slipped out of his handcuffs and quickly walked out of the courtroom. Barajas is accused of running down the hallway and escalators and eventually making it to the lobby of the courthouse. Authorities said once in the lobby, Barajas tried to run back up the escalator, but he was apprehended by multiple deputies. Authorities also said Barajas resisted arrest, refused to place his hands behind his back, and during a struggle to arrest him, the sheriff's deputy sprained his left knee and ankle. No, that's not funny. A sprained knee is not funny. A sprained knee is sad. Finally, they have Barajas under control, and he's in the jailhouse. He should have been a long time ago. You would think stealing a car and leading police on a high-speed chase would be a detainable offense. 8:57 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. All right, heading for the home stretch of this hour. Why don't we finish with a little Jackie Wilson to give us some positive momentum to take with us into the 9 o'clock hour. More comments on the way, more news stories on the way, and more music on the way in the 9 o'clock hour, too. It's 8:57 on the first shift on WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. And it might be Jackie Wilson here in a moment. If I can stop this song, too much going on here, and start this song back up. Here we go. 8:57. A rainy Monday morning, dry at the moment, overcast. It might be raining where you are. Rain in the forecast for the next 30 hours or so. Keep it right here. It's the first shift for another hour on WRMN.
Your love lifted me higher than I've ever been lifted before. So keep it up, quench my desire, and I'll be at your side forevermore. You know your love keep on lifting higher, higher and higher. I said your love keep on lifting higher and higher. Now once I was downhearted, disappointment was my closest friend. But then you came and it soon departed. And you
Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia College of Missouri has changed all that. With individualized attention and ongoing support, Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you. Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus, your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu.
Microsoft has new computers that put AI first, this special category called Copilot Plus PCs. They have minimum specs plus a chip just for AI. The company unveiling the first Surface devices with the designation, powered by Qualcomm chips, not Intel. One notable AI feature is called Recall. It lets your computer remember everything you do so that you can find files, images, and websites later. More tech news tips on Rich on Tech.
Every Saturday from 1 to 4, right here on WRMN.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 9 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzess. On November 2nd, Elgin police officers were dispatched to the 800 block of May Street after reports of gunfire. The incident occurring around 12:42 a.m., stemming from a large party nearby. Fortunately, there were no reports of any injuries. Elgin police continuing to investigate. The Autism Hero Project and the Elgin Police Department working together regarding a documentary that's set to be shown November 16th at Judson University. The event aims to educate and inspire better communication and safety measures related to autistic people and their relationship with police. The post-screening Q&A will feature insights from key community leaders, including Elgin's police chief and the Kane County State's attorney. Elgin community members encouraged to attend an important event addressing political violence and promoting peace and inclusion scheduled for tonight at the center of Elgin from 5 to 7:30 p.m. Participants will engage in meaningful discussions about the causes of political violence and explore solutions through dialogue. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Every day, Cintas service reps help businesses get ready for the workday. They provide freshly laundered workwear delivered every week. Mats, mops, restroom and cleaning supplies. First aid and safety products to help your employees stay safe. They even test and inspect fire extinguishers and emergency lights. Cintas helps keep your business running smoothly. See what Cintas can do for you. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, cause you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak high. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org. Finding a reputable business shouldn't require luck or chance. But how can you tell who you can trust? Pro tip, the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better, check with the BBB first because better businesses are honest and commit to high ethical standards bureau. That's why they're better. Always look for the sign of a better business and find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Blackhawks doubled up the Ducks 4-2 on Sunday. Chicago improves to 5-7-1, 4-4-1 away from home. Connor Bedard had 3 assists. Isaac Phillips, Ryan Donato, and Seth Jones scored, while Toivo Tervainen got his first goal in 10 games. Chicago returns home to face Detroit Wednesday. The Bears have dropped 2 in a row on Sunday. It was a 29-9 setback at Arizona. Chicago drops to 0-4 away from home, 4-4 on the season. Caleb Williams, 22 of 41 passing, 217 yards. He got sacked 6 times for a loss of 65. All 9 of Chicago's points came from kicker Cairo Santos. He was 3 for 3 on field goals, his longest a 53-yarder. Williams hurt his left ankle late in the loss, but he appears to have avoided a serious injury. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
If If you're not planning to come into Macy's this week, you're missing out because our Friends and Family Sale is happening now. What does that mean? It means when you use your coupon or Macy's card, you can take an extra 30% off, just like Friends and Family can. That's 30% off the latest trends, 30% off new arrivals, 30% off the best brands. It's just this week. It's just what you've been waiting for, and it's only at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
The 90s called. They said the Gordita Supreme is so back in the new $7 Lux Cravings box from Taco Bell. It's all looking fresh to death with the pillowy 90s Gordita Supreme alongside the beefy 5-layer burrito, double stacked taco, chips with nacho cheese sauce, and medium drink. All for just $7. It's your wallet's favorite cheesy crunchy combo here for a limited time. Grab yours and relive the decades only at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only.
Crime is up in Illinois, and I'm not sitting back to wait and watch dangerous, radical left policies destroy Kane County. I'm Andrew Sosnowski. I have over 35 years of experience with prosecutions of crime, advocating for victims and children. I will root out the causes of crime and be the lead county prosecutor who will fight for our freedom, safety, and security. Vote for Andrew Sosnowski for Kane County State's Attorney. I'm Andrew Sosnowski, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Sosnowski for Kane Committee.
A dream that's been cooking for years, Maria's Little Italy in Sycamore is waiting for you to come and enjoy authentic recipes handed down for generations. Stop in and enjoy bruschetta, handmade focaccia bread, pizza, pasta, sandwiches, and more. Dine in, take out, delivery, or catering is all available. Go to mariaslittleitaly.com and see what you've been missing. From their family to yours, welcome to Maria's Little Italy, where food brings families together. Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Image 360 South Elgin is your ultimate destination for custom signs and visual communication solutions. Looking to rebrand your office interior? Need striking vehicle wraps or decals for your fleet? Or perhaps you're in the market for a standout trade show display? At Image 360 South Elgin, they've got you covered. As your full-service custom sign and graphics partner, they deliver bold solutions and exceptional support. From outdoor signage to eye-catching store signs, indoor graphics to comprehensive branding solutions, they have the experience to elevate your brand's presence. Trust Image 360 to create a long-term partnership that gives your brand 360 degrees of exposure. Visit them at 506 Sundown Road in South Elgin. Image 360 South Elgin. Bold solutions, exceptional support. A dream that's been cooking for years, Maria's Little Italy in Sycamore is waiting for you to come and enjoy authentic recipes handed down for generations. Stop in and enjoy bruschetta, handmade focaccia bread, pizza, pasta, sandwiches, and more. Dine in, take out, delivery, or catering is all available. Go to mariaslittleitaly.com and see what you've been missing. From their family to yours, welcome to Maria's Little Italy, where food brings families together.
A recent Gallup poll indicated that 38% of Americans are putting off health care because of financial concerns, the highest ever recorded. I'm Dr. Bob Martin, here to serve you every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 4. Millions of Americans are seeking health advice that will not cost an arm and a leg, so I offer health tips and advice absolutely free. Listen to my show, Sunday afternoons from 1 to 4 right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM, the voice of the Valley and the home of Radio Shopping Show.
9:08 here at WRMN. Final hour of the first shift here today. Welcome to it. Hope you've enjoyed the show so far today. I've had fun today. Playing a few tunes here and there, showing some good pictures, going over some news from the weekend, and sharing some First Shift 411. I have some more First Shift 411 for you. Here to get us started in the 9 o'clock hour, along with the updated forecast, as we've hit kind of a dry couple of hours here in downtown Elgin, at least. Things have dried up some. We're not out of the woods, though. We have more rain on the way. Let me look at the updated forecast for you and see what it's saying for this hour. It feels good outside. 64 degrees, overcast skies, winds are out of the south at 15 miles an hour, gusting to 22. Breaking the rain in Elgin at the moment. but we might have a break for a few hours here now, as the new forecast is saying a slight chance of showers between noon and 3. Then a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm after 3. And so it looks like maybe this new forecast is calling for a bit of a drier day, at least for a few hours. We'll see if that holds true. And then the rain returns tonight after 8 p.m. Some of the storms could produce heavy rainfall. Tonight's low of 63. Breezy conditions, too. The winds are going to pick up 20 to 25 miles per hour after midnight. The winds could gust as high as 40. 100% chance of rain tonight. So even if we dry up for a little bit here, we have another round of rain coming tonight. 100% chance. Today's high 68. Tonight's low 63. Tomorrow, same deal. 68 for the high. Occasional showers and possibly a thunderstorm in the morning. And still, shower, thunderstorm possible tomorrow afternoon. It finally starts to make its way out, and a cold front comes through and drops the temperature down to 41 tomorrow night. And then we're good to go for the rest of the week if you like sunshine. Wednesday through Friday, it looks like we're going to have sunshine. Wednesday, mostly sunny and 56. Thursday, sunshine with a high of 58. And Friday, sunshine with a high of 59. 64 this hour, overcast, and maybe we're in for a little bit of a dry few hours here. We'll see if that's true. Let me click on the radar screen here, and yeah, it doesn't look too bad right now. I can, nope, can't show that to you on YouTube, but it looks like most of the rain right now is to the south of the area. So that's good news. We may be dry for a little while. It's 11 past 9 here at WRMN. She's going for a three-peat. I know why she's calling, but let's put her on the line here and see what Derica wants from down under. Hey, Derica.
Hi.
Hi.
I saw Brendan's comment. He wanted people to say hello to him. So I'm saying hello today to Brendan from Australia. How are you, mate? Hope you're good. And have you ever been over here to Australia? I'd like to know.
Have I, or has Brendan?
Has Brendan?
No. Well, I don't know. I can't speak for Brendan, but hey, Brendan, have you ever been to Australia? We'll see if he answers that question on YouTube.
I hope he does.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing his comments.
Yeah, and I got to go over some of these other comments on YouTube this hour, too. So we'll see if Brendan has an answer to your question.
Okay, Brendan, I appreciate your comment the other day to me when you said hello to me. I was very pleased to see that.
Okay. Well, great. Well, thank you, Derica. What time is it there? About midnight now, right?
Oh, it's after midnight. It is 12 minutes past 1 a.m.
Wow.
Tuesday.
Wow.
And when I got home from treatment yesterday, I was that tired after the treatment I fell asleep. And when I woke up, it was about 20 to 6, and I hadn't had my dinner, so I went and got my dinner, and yeah, so I was asleep yesterday afternoon when I got home.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks again for calling, and have a great day, or have a great middle of the night.
Okay.
Okay, talk to you soon. Bye. Derica checking in from down under, 9:13 here at WRMN. Yeah, we have some more comments to get to this hour. I want to remind everybody that, as David teased when he called a little while ago, said, early voting one more day, then it is Election Day. The polls are open now. And all over the place in Kane County, you can vote today. The Kane County Clerk's Office is open until 4:30, 8:30 to 4:30. Same for Kane County Branch Court at 530 South Randall Road in St. Charles. The Kane County Clerk's Office is in Geneva at 719 South Batavia Avenue. There's the Carpentersville Fire Station number 93 at 5000 Sleepy Hollow Road. Carpentersville, 9 to 4 today. Elgin Township Building, 9 to 4. So just getting underway about 14 minutes ago. Another busy day over at the Elgin Township today, 729 South McLean Boulevard, 9 to 4. Gale Borden Library, downtown Elgin, 270 North Grove, or just to the north of downtown Elgin. 9 until 4 at the Gale Borden. The Vaughn Athletic Center, if you happen to be in Aurora today, at 2121 West Indian Trail, 9 to 4. And those are the main places today. You might know of some other spots that you can go vote. But that's what I have on my list here today. If you have any questions, you can call the Kane County Clerk's office at 630-232-5990. All right, so make sure you get your vote in. Many of you have. It appears to be a very well-attended voting season. 9:15 here at WRMN. We get various messages throughout or I do, emails. You can always send me an email. If you have any First Shift 411 you want to spread, I can take your email and print it out and use it for that on my show. It's Mark at WRMN1410.com. Mark, M-A-R-K, at WRMN1410.com. I heard from Diane Ahrens last week. She's from Operation Sweet Life. And Operation Sweet Life, a great veterans organization here in the area. We've been lucky enough with the America's First Responders Fest to be able to make a donation to Operation Sweet Life each of the last 2 years. And Diane sent me an email last week saying that she received a request from the banquet manager from the Haight here in downtown Elgin, that they are looking for a doorman security guard for the facility. They are looking for a veteran if possible. So they're looking for a doorman security guard for their facility, and they hope they can find a veteran. It's from the banquet manager from the Haight in Elgin. They believe it's part-time hours. And if you know someone who might be interested, they can contact Doree at thehaightelgin.com. Now, you get your pencil and paper handy because this is going to be a tricky spelling. Doree at thehaightelgin.com. Doree, first of all, is D-O-R-E-E. At the Haight. Haight is H-A-I-G-H-T. Doree at the Haight, H-A-I-G-H-T, Elgin.com. The banquet hall is in Elgin, if you're not familiar with it. It's just a couple blocks from the radio station here. It's at 166 Symphony Way. So if you're interested, then reach out to Doree at thehaightelgin.com. And you can always reach out to Diane and Operation Sweet Life. Home Sweet Home, furnishing the veterans with furniture on the far northwest side of Elgin. Maybe not far, but the northwest side of Elgin. Diane's phone number, if you ever need to call her at Operation Sweet Life, is 224-805-1220. 224-805-1220. 9:18 here at WRMN. We got some different guests coming in the next couple of weeks to be here on the first shift. I'll have to refresh my list from my office and have that information for you maybe in a little while or tomorrow here on the show. The natural guests this week include, here on the first full week of November, we'll have Danny in tomorrow with Medicare Made A, B, C, D Easy. Medicare Made A, B, C, D Easy tomorrow morning in the 9 o'clock hour. It's a big time of the year for enrolling, right? So it's a big show coming up with Danny and possibly Julianne tomorrow at 9 here on WRMN. Let's see. I do have a guest coming in from Fox Valley Hands of Hope on Wednesday morning to join me in the 9 o'clock hour. I'll tell you more about that tomorrow on the show. And Thursday morning, it's Brian Anderson with Kane County Speaks. Brian will have an election recap, and I know that Brian and many of our listeners are hoping that they have some happy results to share with you on their show Thursday morning, and maybe some guests that are happy as a result of tomorrow night's Election Day results. We'll see what turns out tomorrow night, see how it all turns out. And Brian Anderson, who Kane County Speaks, as he's interviewed a lot of the Republican candidates, we'll see how it all turns out for the candidates you've heard from on his show this election season. That's Thursday morning in the 9 o'clock hour. Friday morning, we have the Chief, and I believe we're going to talk about autism awareness on Friday morning on her show. Chief Anna Lally, Badge 240 from the Elgin Police Department. And we might be announcing a new Elgin Police Department radio show, which will start at the first of the year. It could be a very intriguing show. We're excited about it, and we'll be announcing it soon here on the air. But in the meantime, Fridays with the Finest happens every Friday morning at 9 o'clock. It's 9:20 here at WRMN. Tomorrow morning, I'll have, I think, not 100%, but possibly Andrew Lorario checking in from the Kane County GOP at about 7:30. Tomorrow is Election Day. We'll hear from a lot of the different candidates throughout the day on the different programs here. It's going to be a busy day. Sonar and Ben and Dino and Matt and everybody going to work hard to try to grab some interviews and give you some great local coverage from Kane County tomorrow on Election Day. And I'll pitch in where I can throughout the day too, and we'll try to make this the most comprehensive coverage that WRMN has done in quite some time, as we become more and more the voice of the Fox River Valley and the talk of the town. 9:21 here at WRMN. I have an announcement from Advocate Sherman Hospital that I'll share here soon. I think we'll do that after we get back from the bottom of the hour break. But this is the More Music Hour, too, and I want to make sure we play at least a couple of songs in this hour. And I've got some great ones queued up today from music history. And let's see what I have here. I've been sitting on this song all morning long, and I've been wanting to play it. As we head towards the bottom of the hour news here, let me hit you with a couple of great, slower kind of songs on a Monday. Slow, but very good quality songs that I think you're going to enjoy. The first one is from Delbert McClinton. Delbert McClinton was born on this date in 1940. He's still kicking at the age of 84. He had some songs you may have heard of. In 1980, Giving It Up for Your Love, a good song. He had another great song in the 90s, Every Time I Roll the Dice. That's a great song by Delbert McClinton. He wrote a song called Two More Bottles of Wine, a #1 country song from Emmylou Harris. I'm not sure if we're going to have a chance to play that, but I'd be curious to hear how that song sounds. I'm not sure if I know that song or not. I'm going to play a Delbert song for you right now. I'm also going to play a song from the Eagles. On this day in 2007, the Eagles went to #1 on the UK album chart with Long Road Out of Eden. It was the group's first full studio album since The Long Run back in 1979, and it became the highest-selling album of the year in 2007. I'm not familiar with the songs that are on that album, but I'm going to play you a song who I believe the singer is Timothy Schmidt, who had the higher voice from the Eagles. So here's a couple of great songs to take us into the bottom of the hour news. Delbert McClinton and Have a Little Faith in Me, followed by the Eagles and Love Will Keep Us Alive. 9:23. It's Monday. It's the first shift. It's the 4th of November, the day before Election Day on WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube, rather. Sorry, I'm thinking and talking at the same time and trying to do things. It's a tough life I live. It's not easy being me. Not easy being me.
Whatever.
It's Delbert. Have a little faith in me.
When the road gets dark and you can no longer see, just let my love throw a spark, baby, and have a little faith in me. And when the tears you cry are all you can believe, just give these loving arms a try, baby, and have a little faith in me. 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 When your secret heart cannot speak so easily, come here, darling, from a whispered star. Have a little faith in me. And when your back's against the wall, just turn around and you will see. I will catch your fall, baby. Just have a little faith in me. 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 Well, I've been loving you for so long, girl, expecting nothing in return, just for you to have a little faith in me. You see, time is our friend, 'cause for us there is no end. All you gotta do is have a little faith in me. I said, I will hold you up. I will hold you up. Your love give me strength enough, so have a little faith in me. All you gotta do, baby, all you got to do is just have a little faith in me.
So all you got to do, have a little faith in me. 9:28, it's Delbert. You're on the first shift. Well, I didn't have enough time to play the second song. Have a little faith in me, though. I'll work in that Eagles song after the bottom of the hour news break. It's a Monday. We're easing our way into the week with some little bit of slower music today. I got a little bit of a soul twofer on the way next half hour. I got some Eagles now that I didn't get to yet, and maybe some Van Morrison too. Got about a minute till the bottom of the hour news, so let's use this minute wisely. And let's let you know that coming up tonight, it's the Queen of Hearts over at the American Legion. Let's take a look at this breakdown here and see what we have. $17,174 is the current prize at $17,174. For the Queen of Hearts, other queens are $1,531, and other cards could be worth $100. Anytime the second joker is picked, a payout will be made, then the board will be closed and another board will be started. That's when the pot starts to get big. American Legion Post 57, 820 North Liberty Street in Elgin, with a commander, Mark Smith, leading the way. And you do not have to be present to win. The drawing is streamed live on the Elgin American Legion Post 57 Facebook page at 8 o'clock if you can't be there. 5 prayers from the commander. Thanks for all you do, Commander Smith, running for Elgin City Council too. 9:30 news time.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan. Brought to you by Linzess. The Elgin Police Department touting their new Transparency Hub video series. The initiative includes a series of 5 instructional videos aimed at guiding residents through various features of the Transparency Hub, starting with a comprehensive overview. Subsequent videos will cover topics such as service calls, accessing traffic and crash data, and officer interactions, among others. Kane County at the forefront of an October 9th meeting regarding juvenile justice management. Kane County's 16th Judicial Circuit, along with the Administrative Office of the Illinois Courts, hosting the state's first assembly of stakeholders involved in temporary juvenile detention facilities. Kane County leading the meeting that also was attended by Illinois State Supreme Court Chief Justice Mary Jane Thies. The Darberman Road Extension Infrastructure Project in Kane County is now complete after 15 years of planning and a year and a half of construction. The $26 million project has been completed. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Credan.
Every day, Cintas service reps help businesses get ready for the workday. They provide freshly laundered workwear delivered every week. Mats, mops, restroom and cleaning supplies. First aid and safety products to help your employees stay safe. They even test and inspect fire extinguishers and emergency lights. Cintas helps keep your business running smoothly. See what Cintas can do for you. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, cause you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak high. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Illini football fell short Saturday. It was a 25-17 loss at home against the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Both teams are 6-3 with the result. Number 10, Notre Dame had the bye. They returned to action this week at home against Florida State. Southern Illinois got thumped 38-17, the final at Missouri State. In overtime, Northwestern got by Purdue 26-20. The Blackhawks doubled up the Ducks 4-2 on Sunday. Connor Bedard had 3 assists. Chicago returns home to face Detroit Wednesday. The Bears have dropped 2 in a row on Sunday. It was a 29-9 setback at Arizona. Chicago drops to 0-4 away from home. 4-4 on the season. Caleb Williams, 22 of 41 passing, 217 yards. He got sacked 6 times. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
If you're not planning to come into Macy's this week, you're missing out because our Friends and Family Sale is happening now. What does that mean? It means when you use your coupon or Macy's card, you can take an extra 30% off, just like Friends and Family can. That's 30% off the latest trends, 30% off new arrivals, 30% off the best brands. It's just this week. It's just what you've been waiting for, and it's only at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
The 90s called. They said the Gordita Supreme is so back in the new $7 Lux Cravings box from Taco Bell. It's all looking fresh to death with the pillowy 90s Gordita Supreme alongside the beefy 5-layer burrito, double stacked taco, chips with nacho cheese sauce, and medium drink. All for just $7. It's your wallet's favorite cheesy crunchy combo here for a limited time. Grab yours and relive the decades only at Taco Bell. at participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only. While supplies last. Contact store for price and participation, which varies. Drinks and speeds freezes. Tax extra.
Dine out with family and friends at Nick's Pizza in Elgin or Crystal Lake. Nick serves up award-winning thin crust and Chicago-style pizza. Eat in or carry out. In addition to Nick's fabulous pizza, let Nick's cater your events with pizza, pasta, Italian beef, and other delicious offerings. Their big banquet rooms can accommodate all your event needs. So, for great pizza in a Northwoods, cabin-style atmosphere, bring family and friends to Nick's. Visit nickspizzapub.com.
Take a historic walk through the home of America's greatest showman, Al Ringling. Located in Baraboo, Wisconsin, you can view the grand opulence on a guided tour, now hourly starting 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Weekday tours begin on the veranda and on the weekends in the tap room of the Al Ringling Brewery. Behind the mansion, kick back and try a flight of craft beers and dine at this family-friendly stop. Visit alringlingmansion.com for more information. Thanks for listening to WRMN 1410. Don't forget to join us every day for our Comfort Keepers feature. Comfort Keepers is a leading provider of in-home non-medical care for seniors and other adults in need of assistance with daily activities. Again, listen daily at 7:25 a.m. for our Comfort Keepers feature. And thanks for listening.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
9:36 here on the first shift. Got a couple more announcements for you coming up of a little 411 to spread your way. And I want to get to that here in a moment. First, let's head to YouTube for a minute to catch up on a few comments that we never got to earlier today from our first shift staff members, including our very own Dino DeLaley, who had a big weekend, shared some great pictures with us this morning. And happy birthday, by the way, to Mariah. Hector said, long time ago. Hector's niece, Mariah, and Hector's sister, Monica. I love you, Hector says to both of them. And that's a big old family of the Soto family that listens in to this radio show. Largest family of listeners that I believe we have here on the show. Linda Carter checked in earlier this morning. I said hi to Linda Carter. Linda Carter. Whoosh! Linda Carter. 2 more prayers from LC. We have 60 prayers on the prayer scoreboard. Captain Keith checked in at 6:09 a.m. today, and he says, have a great rainy Monday, shifters. All shifters matter in the eyes of the captain. Captain Keith, senior engineer, Elgin High, class 1978, back when life was great and I was 8. Dino says, God morning FRV, first shift, Marky B, a few rainy days ahead of us, but we need it anyhow. Stay tuned to WRMN. We will keep you in the know of what's happening in the Fox River Valley. Yes, sir. The Sultan as one of several indicators when I was talking about the number of our subscribers on YouTube, letting us know that we have crossed over the 700 mark, and we're at 704 as of early this morning on YouTube subscribers. Dino says a great time was had in Hampshire Saturday on Mayor Mike Reed's invitation. Holidays on State Street. Many attended Sue Castle from Newman's, who made us welcome for our live broadcast with Matt. And Dino and Sonar was working the board back here at the station, and downtown Jose. And every day, thanks to our loyal listeners spreading the word, says Dino, we are getting stronger each day. We thank you for all your continued support of us here at WRMN, says the director, Dino, and he sends about 15 more prayers to our prayer scoreboard. we're up to 76. Wendy of Wendy and the Bob says, good morning, Mark and First Shifters. We were woken up at 12:42 a.m. on Saturday. Shots fired around the corner from us on May Street. Yes. They're still hanging in the hood, about to move out to Sterling. But right around the corner where Wendy lives on the east side, the southeast side, there were shots fired. And I guess Wendy and Bob of Wendy and the Bobs heard those shots fired at 12:42 a.m. on the southeast side. One of the reasons they're packing up and leaving town, heading to Sterling, Illinois. 9:39 here at WRMN. Let's take a phone call, 847-931-1410, and see who we have here. Welcome to the First Shift. Good morning.
Okay, Mark, can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Does it sound a little strange, my reception?
Maybe. It depends on who this is.
This is, I'm calling a second time today. I just wanted to check in with you on something that I thought might be important in the future. This is James.
No, now you seem more recognizable.
I was talking through a tube because I wanted you to experience what it's like listening to that caller from, on our end, that caller from Australia. That's what it sounds like.
Okay.
I don't know if you get that kind of reception or not, but it's very, very difficult to understand. It sounds like the person's talking through a tunnel or something. Anyway, a week from today is a special day. You know, we're all caught up in the election right now, but a week from today, and I just wanted to mention this, is Veterans Day.
Right.
And I know there's all kinds of things going on, and we had a Veterans Day parade here on Saturday. They have it a week ahead of time for whatever reason, and we noticed the turnout wasn't as good as it's been in the past, in the past couple of years that we've been here. And this is a very, very heavily orientated veteran community here. But I just hope people want to keep that in mind, what it's all about, you know, what it's really about. A lot of people get the day off or whatever, but the true meaning of it is about people that have sacrificed, people that have given service to the country. And that's really, really more important today than ever, I think.
Oh, for sure. And I'm sure we're going to do some Veterans Day coverage. I know there's a local ceremony that takes place over at the Hemmons, and it's been indoors the last couple of years, and I'm thinking it's going to be inside the Hemmons again this year. And we're planning some coverage on Veterans Day, and we'll be talking about it more as we approach it this week. But thanks for calling back to remind us about that.
Yeah. Well, it's just, it's just something that was on my mind because, like I say, we just went to a local event here, and we're going to go to another one closer to the date. They have a dinner thing here for veterans. And it's also to include people that just give public service. Public service, it's kind of a cliche term, but it really has meaning. That people, dedicate many, many years to public service in their local communities, and I think it's overlooked also. And I think they should include that too when they celebrate Veterans Day. Anyway, those are my comments. Thanks, buddy.
All right, James. Thanks for calling, man. Talk to you soon.
Okay. All right.
James checking in this morning. 9:43 here at WRMN on this Monday fun day. The rain has been fairly nice to us this morning. After it rained in the middle of the night last night, it hasn't really rained much during the show today. It is wet outside. It may be raining in parts of the listening area, but we've been fairly dry here for the last couple of hours, and we might hit a little dry spell for a few hours before it comes back. It looks like most of it right now is to the south of the Fox River Valley, downstate a little bit. 9:43 here at WRMN. I was taking you through a little bit of First Shift 411 and finishing some YouTube comments. Let's go ahead and finish the YouTube comments now by saying good morning to CK. Good to see you again today, CK. She stops by the radio station every day, hangs out in the morning with some of our great first shifters. They have coffee, they chat. They have coffee and they chat. and they chat and they chat. What do you talk about for so long? We love us some CK, and she sent 10 prayers to our prayer scoreboard. And those ladies, they can chat. Good morning, Mark, and all the first shifters, says CK. Hope you all had a great and safe weekend. Stayed safe so you're not called out. Wishing you a fantastic and safe Monday from CK. She sent us 10 prayers to our prayer scoreboard. And then she started chatting. Dynamite Denise checks in. Happy rainy day, says the Dynamite one. JP Car Show sends a prayer. The Carzar, John Polero, says, pray for peace. I think that may have been in response to me talking earlier this morning about the end of the election and what to expect in the United States as the week unfolds here. It'll be very interesting to see, and hopefully people will accept the results of the election no matter which way they turn out. We don't need a bunch of fires and rioting and stupidity in our country. Let's be above all that, Americans, fellow Americans. Hector checks in and says, my mom went to VFW Saturday and won some items. Cool. The VFW in West Dundee, I'm guessing. That's probably the closest one around here, right? Brendan says, hey, Dean DeLaley. I'm Brendan, and I'm listening, says Brendan.
Wow.
The Dutchman's Wood Shack said, good morning, coffee's up. The Dutchman's Wood Shack, he's enjoying a political talk show every day. I hear him calling on that show quite often. Brendan says, hey, Dutchman Wood Shack, my name is Brendan, and I'm listening.
Wow.
Kimmy D says, good morning, first shifters. Have a great week. Vote Trump, says Kimmy D. Dean DeLaley checking back in to say happy birthday to Mariah, who got the early morning birthday wishes here on the show today. And he also says, hey, Brendan, I hope all is good. Carol with a K checking in. It's a goat. They make goat milk products. The picture that I showed earlier this morning, I missed that part of the broadcast on Saturday. Dino sent a bunch of pictures from the event, the Hampshire event, Saturday afternoon. And the picture, I thought that was a goat, but it seemed odd that someone was holding a goat on the radio. But there it is from Saturday in Hampshire. They make goat milk products. And the lady was on the station with her goat talking about the business out in Hampshire. Dino and Matt in the middle of the interview there. 947 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Thanks for the clarification. Carol with a K. She was watching on YouTube Saturday during our live broadcast. Thanks for watching. Brendan also says, I got an iced coffee this morning from McDonald's in South Elgin, Illinois, everybody. Way to go, Brendan. You're the man.
Wow.
Jubilant Julia said, beautiful song, Marky B. Having faith is the way out of listless funks. Have a wonderful day, everyone. She used the word listless, which was our word of the day. And she said funk. And have a little faith in me. That is a great song by Delbert McClinton. 948 here at WRMN. We're going to play some tunes to go out today. I want to show you one more picture here on Facebook. It's about something going on Saturday. You're going to hear it Friday on the station when the chief is on. It's this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. at the Elgin Police Department in the lobby at 151 Douglas Avenue. They're having a canine swearing-in ceremony. Huh. That could be interesting. Charm, Mac, and Ace will all be sworn in Saturday morning. They will become official Elgin Police Department canine dogs as they are sworn in Saturday morning, and it is open to the public. Please join the police department as they swear in the new canines. The event is open to the public, as I just mentioned, and it's coming up this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Well, that'd be kind of interesting to go to. 949 here at WRMN. All right, I got a couple of songs to go out with. I'm not sure if I can get 3 in here or not. We should at least be able to get 2 in here. They're great songs. This one is from the Eagles. It's called Love Will Keep Us Alive. It is a great song. And I'm just blessed with a lot of great songs to choose from today, from things that happened on this day in music history. I have Van Morrison, my favorite Van Morrison song, to play in this coming up set as well. He was mentioned on this day in music history because back in 1977, as I mentioned earlier this morning, The Last Waltz, which was a movie of the band's final concert, premiered in New York. It was a Martin Scorsese movie, and it featured Joni Mitchell, Dr. John, Neil Young, Neil Diamond, who I played earlier this morning, Eric Clapton, and Van Morrison. So we're going to take it into the mystic in just a moment. But first, the song I promised before the bottom of the hour news at 9:30. This is the Eagles. Stop the jazz. Thank you very much. You're welcome. And cue up the Eagles, and Love Will Keep Us Alive. 10 before 10. Matt is coming up next hour. He's got out to lunch between 10 and 1. Talk time with Tammy, 2 to 4. Sonar and Bendemonium Boquist, a political talk show, 4 to 6. The day before Election Day, Love Will Keep Us Alive. This is the first shift with the Eagles.
I was standing all alone against the world outside. You were searching for a place to hide. Lost and lonely, now you've given me the will to survive. When we
were born before the wind, also younger than the sun. Yeah, the bonnie boat was one as we sail into the mystic. Oh, I can now hear the sailors cry, smell the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly into the mystic. And where that foghorn blows, I will be coming home. Yeah, when the foghorn blows, I wanna hear it. I don't have to fear it, and I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. Yeah, magnificently we will fold into the mystic. When that foghorn blows, you know I will be coming home. Yeah, and when that foghorn whistle blows, I gotta hear it. I don't have to fear it, and I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the day. Together we will fold into the mystic. Come on, girl.
Hard to beat that one. Hard to beat that one. And a great song by the Eagles. One of the newer Eagles songs, Love Will Keep Us Alive. It's not a new song, though, but comparatively speaking, a newer Eagles song. 9:58, thanks for listening to the show today. We got a little music in this hour, and we'll mix a little more music in day by day here on the show. Tomorrow morning, we'll see if I have a guest or not. I don't want to say until I know for sure, but I'll let you know first thing in the morning if I do. On a Blues Day Tuesday, it could be a News Day Tuesday, and it will be Election Day. Wednesday morning, I'll be joined by Elliot Serrano, our new sales guy. Might as well say he's an on-air guy, too. And he'll be with me for an hour on Wednesday morning from 8 until 9. And then Mayor Mike from Hampshire joins me from 8 until 9 Thursday morning. Look forward to the days to come. Enjoy the dry conditions while we have them. Matt's in with Out to Lunch next. Have a great day. Wake up, Fox River Valley. WRMN AM 1410 is shaking things up with a brand new weekday lineup that'll keep you informed, entertained, and engaged. I'm Marky B, WRMN Program Director and host of The First Shift, inviting you to start your day with The First Shift from 6 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. Larry Jones, Jakes, myself, and the entire First Shift team bring you the latest local news, entertainment, and, my favorite, more to kick off your morning. Then it's Out to Lunch with Matt McNeil from 10 until 1 p.m. Tune in for your midday fix of news, interviews, community happenings, and of course, the legendary WRMN Tradio Show. In the afternoon, join us for Fox Valley Afternoons from 2 until 6 p.m. Tammy and friends will chat lifestyle from 2 to 4, while Sonar and his crew dive into politics and news from 4 until 6. Plus, get to know the movers and shakers of the Fox River Valley with exclusive interviews, too. Don't miss out on our new local lineup that's tailor-made for you.